Welcome back to Santa Barbara, California. It is the final game of the Foresters' four-game homestand. Today, the Stars will welcome in the OC Riptide for their first matchup of the season. Hello, I am Hunter Shoemaker alongside Aiden O'Neill, welcoming you to Santa Barbara High School. Well, Aiden, yesterday, 14-0 victory for the Stars over the Ventura Pirates.
Yeah, what stood out to me in yesterday's victory, Hunter, was the second inning. 6 runs, batting all the way around the lineup, and everything was clicking. If they wanted to go to the bench, people were producing. You see a guy like Dominic Smaldino getting out of a slump with a home run that was towering 40 feet over the fence, and the pitching followed. Cody Howard, he's been the most consistent starter on this team. He went 5 innings of shutout baseball with 6 strikeouts. Everything was clicking, and now we look on the bump. Mason Bixby. He's been struggling a little bit to start the season, but the sheer stuff is there. Tons of velocity, a fastball in the upper 90s, but that 6 ERA, he's still looking for that one start to really get his feet wet with the Foresters.
Yeah, and the last start for Bixby was on the 15th against Arroyo Seco, and that was that shootout, the 12-11 victory for the Stars when he went 2 innings, gave up 4 hits and 4 earned runs. But that game was an absolute shootout for both teams.
And if Mason Bixby can get that run support from the Foresters early on like we've been seeing, the common theme is the Foresters offense kind of coming to life. And a pitcher with as much talent as Mason Bixby has, getting that run support, it's almost unhittable for the rest of the game. But really excited for the Foresters to cap off this homestand against a great OC Riptide squad.
The OC Riptide enter today at 6-5 and taking a look at their starting 9, leading things off. And in center field, Michael Diaz to bat second, to shortstop Patrick Hackworth batting third, and out in right field, Jake Brown batting fourth. In left field, Ace Reese batting fifth, the catcher Brendan Wilkinson to bat sixth, and at third base, Rocco Gump in the 7th spot, the second baseman Luke Johnson batting 8th, and at first, Nathan Cadena, and the 9-hole hitter for the OC Riptide, the DH Matthew Flaherty. And the starting pitcher today for the Riptide will be Seth Spencer, but in stands Michael Diaz. Left-handed hitter will lead things off for the Riptide. First pitch from Bixby, and this ball is fouled, peppered over the third base dugout for strike number 1.
First heater at 95 for Mason Bixby. A key for him will be getting in the strike zone early. When dealing with command, sometimes that fastball can be a little out of location.
The 0-1 pitch, and another fastball, this time high. And another one at 95 from Bixby. The big right-hander, 6'7", 240 on the hill. And the leadoff man, Michael Diaz, just a fraction under 300 on the year, plays for GCU. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Diaz sees a ball away. Another heater at 96, inching up just a fraction for Bixby.
That fastball, obviously his best pitch. You'll see him utilize it a lot early, just trying to get the location honed in, and that'll also result in an uptick in velo.
2-1 offering to the leadoff man, and Diaz sees a fastball high. That is ball 3 to the leadoff man. Patrick Hackworth will stand on deck for the Riptide.
Diaz had a phenomenal season at GCU, kind of bounced around in college, but found a home with the Antelopes.
Here's a 3-1 pitch, and the leadoff man sees ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk for the OC Riptide to start the ball game here in Santa Barbara.
5 fastballs, Hunter, and a walk to Diaz. Was missing high with it, needs to pull down and finish down. It's something to note when you look at a good heater.
The last one clocking in at 96 from Mason. But the leadoff man aboard with the free pass. And this is going to bring up shortstop Patrick Hackworth. Bats from the left side. Here's the first pitch, and Hackworth sees that fastball just missing that top corner, misses away, ball 1. And Mason Bixby this afternoon, 3rd appearance in his 3rd start. Started on opening day up at Slow, and then, of course, the last start on the 15th against Arroyo Seco. 1-0 pitch. Hackworth sees the first off-speed, missing high, ball 2.
And everything is missing high right now from Mason Bixby. Sometimes that's natural with the 6'7" frame. If you don't get on top of the baseball, it kind of leaks high, but you need to dial in on command because you don't want to set up these power hitters with runners on.
2-0 pitch. Hackworth takes one down the middle. Good delivery there from Bixby. Get himself back in the count.
That's a fastball, too, that can be replicated. Finally seen one on the outside corner. A great pitch and a phenomenal location.
Michael Diaz had the leadoff walk just underway in the top of the first. 2-1 pitch. Hackworth sends it foul over the third base dugout. 2-2.
259 average at UCSD from Hackworth in this past season. Staying home in California for the summer.
When you look at this Riptide team, a lot of talent on the team, a lot of D1 schools represented. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, and Hackworth flares this one up past the shortstop. That is a base hit into center field, and the first two reaching base for the Riptide. Diaz goes to second, and Patrick Hackworth has his first knock, the first knock for the Riptide.
That's a well-placed fastball, 1-2 count in on the hands, but a lot of strength from Hackworth to flip it over TJ Pompey's head for a single.
Here's Jake Brown. 2 aboard and no outs in the top of the first, and the Riptide looking to open up an early lead here in Santa Barbara. They are on a 3-game winning streak, playing very good baseball. Putting pressure on the starter Mason Bixby. First pitch, and Brown, he takes a ball. Another heater at 96. Looks like he lit up the strike zone, but ball 1.
Brown hails from Cal Baptist. Senior there.
Look back to second from Bixby. 1-0 pitch. And Brown's swing and miss. Another heater. Even up the count 1-1.
And when I look at these two teams in particular, Hunter, tons of high-level D1 guys. You see the other matchups that the Foresters have. You're mixing in some community college guys, but this is power on power. Two of the best teams in the CCL going at it.
1-1 pitch. And the swing and a miss. That fastball at 97. Bixby continues to inch his way up. Now ahead in the count, looking for a big first out here in the first.
And you'll see Bixby get up into the triple digits as we move into this game, but leaning on that fastball early.
Man at second, man at first, no outs. 1-2 pitch, and Brown sends it right side. Caden Peterson, the right fielder, cannot get there. A run looks to score from second base. That's an RBI base hit for Jake Brown, as Michael Diaz from second comes around to score. OC Riptide now lead 1-0 in the first.
And that's going to be very frustrating if you're Mason Bixby and the Foresters, because it's another ball that wasn't hit too hard but just found a spot in the outfield grass. He's executing pitches, and I think that's what Rodriguez is saying and Taman. They're saying, calm down, you're executing your fastball. If you continue to locate in these spots, success will come. Just a little bit of unlucky fortune for the Foresters early.
The defense this afternoon for the Sturs, Ryan Taman, the catcher. Daniel Patterson is at third. TJ Pompey at short. Nolan Souza at second. Johnny Rodriguez at first. The outfield, Drew Merkel in left. Jonas Sebring in center. And Caden Peterson out in right. Another left-handed batter coming up, Ace Reese from the University of Houston. Runners on the corner, still no outs, and a run in already. First pitch. And a fastball in there for a strike, 0-1.
Ace Reese, very good player out of the University of Houston. All Big 12 freshman team. You see a lot of the guys on the Foresters with similar honors. These are high-level D1 athletes.
Talking about Ace Reese, what he's done for OC Riptide, he's recorded 40 ABs through that sample size, hitting 400. Another check back to first base, Jake Brown. Still awaiting the second pitch to Reese. At third is Hackworth. Comes the 0-1, and Reese sees it high.
40 ABs and a 400 average is absurd. There's a reason he's batting cleanup for the Riptide today.
Trying to drive in a couple more runs here in this opening inning. 1-1, and Reese sees it in. Ball 2. On deck to follow Reese will be Brendan Wilkinson.
See that cutter that Bixby's starting to play with, just missing inside. You throw that high and into lefties, the eyes light up, sometimes get swings, but Ace Reese is locked in up there.
2-1 pitch, and Reese takes a fastball low at 97. That is ball 3, 3-1, second base open, and on deck the catcher Brandon Wilkinson. And OC Riptide. The Sturs aren't careful with no outs here in the first and put up a big number. It's 3-1. And Reese sends it foul over the third base dugout. Full count. Massive pitch here from Mason.
In a lot of places he can go. Has been late on the fastball. Wouldn't shock me if he went right back to that pitch. It's his trusty heater that he's continued to throw.
Here it is. Reese stays alive, fouling it back off the fence. We'll do it again.
And I like that location elevating the fastball. What that opens up to, Hunter, is the off speed in the dirt or that cutter back inside.
Hackworth at third. Jake Brown drove in the first run with a base hit in the right at first. With no outs, huge pitch coming up. Here it is, a 3-2. Reese sends it foul, pops it up, and stays alive.
A great at-bat from Ace Reese. And Hunter, we were talking about it off air a little bit, but a guy like Mason Bixby, he's going to max out his stuff. Not going to go deep into games, but when you're sitting in that high of a velocity, you give it your all for about 3 innings of work and trying to get out of this jam.
There's a 3-2 pitch. Reese, another one fouled back. Driving up that pitch count for Bixby and talking with the pitching coach, Ryan Kramer, says the pitching limit today for Mason is going to be about 60 pitches, give or take. Still not a single out recorded. Runners on the corners, and Ace Reese pestering Bixby. Another 3-2. Runner goes to second. Pitch missed. It's going to be a ball, and a run will come in to score. Not paying attention as they'll throw down to second base. A run comes in to score. Hackworth will run in from third base. It's now 2-0 after Reese working that walk.
And that's just a poor decision if you're Ryan Taman, knowing the situation. Runners on the corners, a walk. You can't throw that ball all the way down. Great awareness from the runner at third, and now a crooked number opportunity for the Riptide. But a double play gets the Sturs back in this inning. That's why Kramer's going to go have a talk. Still not one out to be recorded.
Yeah, and here is the pitching coach, and it was great awareness from the shortstop who was at third on that throw down to second to advance home to score. Ace Reese taking ball 4 now at first base, 2 runs in. But the Riptide 6-5. When you look at the CCL, currently the Sturs on top of the Southern Division, 7-3 in Arroyo Seco, just behind them at 6-3. But the Riptide playing very well, and they're coming off a victory yesterday against the Conejo Oaks, 8-4 win for them.
And we talked to manager Pintard a little bit, but the Riptide are just now getting all their players. They're finally becoming a club, and throughout the years, the Riptide and the Forsters have gone at it at the top of the CCL, 2 teams that know how to bring in high-level D1 talent, and we're going to see this match begin tomorrow night in Orange County, and I would assume that both games are going to be very high-scoring and great contests throughout.
And tomorrow's game will be at 7 o'clock local time, so the first true night game for the Sturs tomorrow down in Orange County. But here comes Brendan Wilkinson. No outs, 2 runs in, and still 2 aboard. First pitch, fastball high. Check down first base if there's a swing. No. That is ball 1.
Bixby's got to get ahead in counts. It's easy to take that fastball, went ahead 2-0. Got to find the zone.
Here's the pitch, and Wilkinson sees it down low. That is ball 2. Jake Brown remaining at second. Ace Reese, great plate appearance, working the walk. Now at first. Already 2 runs in here in the top of the opening inning. Bixby coming set. 2-0 pitch. Wilkinson lays off the fastball. That is ball 3. Rocco Gump on deck.
And no one's stretching yet in the Foresters' bullpen. This is Bixby's game. You wonder, though, how long Ryan Kramer and Bill Pintard go if the wheels continue to fall off.
Needing a strike. 3-0 pitch. That is in there for a strike against Wilkinson. Bixby gets himself back in at 3-1.
And this here should be a challenge. Fastball. Trusting the hard stuff, knowing how hard he throws.
3-1. Wilkinson fouls it back just to the right of home plate. That is strike 2, and Mason Bixby, who was down 3 balls and no strikes, now has a full count, looking for a massive first out in this opening inning.
If you're Ryan Kramer, you tell Bixby, one pitch that you trust, your favorite.
Look back to second. Payoff pitch. Wilkinson reaches for it and stays alive. Just getting the end of the bat on it to foul it back to the right of home plate. Riptide, the first 4 batters have all reached base. 2 knocks, 2 walks, and 2 runs in. 3-2 pitch. Wilkinson stays alive, and just like Ace Reese, here Aiden, Brendan Wilkinson putting up a battle against Bixby.
And the thing with Mason Bixby's fastball is it's very straight. So when you get the timing down, it's easy to foul off and continue to battle. Gotta pick a great spot here.
Another 3-2 pitch, misses high. That is the 3rd walk of the inning for the Riptide, and that will load up the bases. Still no outs in this opening inning.
Now you see a couple guys in the Forster's pen start to just stretch out in case their name is called.
In terms
Forsters are a ground ball away from getting out of this jam. That's the way you got to think positively. Try to get a ground ball.
Here's Rocco Gump, another left-handed batter. In terms of pitching today, Ty Zarodnik and Shea Went will pitch, says pitching coach Ryan Kramer. But right now, Bixby against this lefty. Gump off the first pitch, fouls it back. Another heater from Mason, but he's ahead in the count, 0-1.
Good fastball there on the inner half. Bixby just looking for a confidence booster.
Bases loaded, 0-1 pitch. Gump sees it high at 95, 1-1.
That feels like the 10th fastball that we've seen miss up for Mason Bixby. Maybe take a couple miles per hour off the velo just to dial in the command. Could be the move.
Bases loaded, 1-1 pitch. This ball is fouled back behind home plate. Strike 2 for Rocco Gump, who's having a good year for the OC Riptide. Hitting .333, and when you look at this Riptide lineup, even some guys with some bigger sample sizes, 30-plus ABs, and they've got some pretty good averages looking at their lineup card this afternoon. And Bixby ahead now, 1-2 pitch, and Gump nearly gets clipped. A fastball in, 2-2.
A strikeout here would be ginormous for Mason Bixby, not only for his confidence, but then it puts you in a position where a ground ball gets you out of the inning.
2-2, bases loaded, still no outs. Here's the pitch, and Gump pops it up behind home plate, out of play. It's another heater, 95.
And once again, another long at-bat, and it's grueling for Mason Bixby. When a team can piece together long AB after long AB, the tendency is that you get a mistake over the middle as the at-bat goes on.
It remains 2-2. The pitch, Gump fouls it back. Like his cutter there for Bixby. A couple miles an hour slower than that high fastball. Remains 2-2. On deck will be Luke Johnson for the Riptide. They've got 2 runs in this opening inning. Bases loaded. 2-2 pitch and missing low. Ball 3, full count to Rocco Gump.
Tight strike zone, especially down near the knees. Would assume Bixby goes right back to that heater.
Payoff pitch, and this ball's in the right center field. Caden Peterson tries to get there, but that ball will fall in front of the right fielder. Shallow right field. 1 run will score, and another run will come in. One more run comes in to score. Check, that's just Jake Brown from third base, and the bases remain loaded. The RBI base hit for Rocco Gump into shallow right field.
And that's another one, Hunter, where Bixby's going to be kicking himself. A bloop single that falls in right in front of the right fielder, Caden Peterson. A lot of bad fortune, and the Riptide not particularly hitting the ball hard. Bixby's not getting lit up. It's free passes and those bloop singles.
Here is Luke Johnson. Bases remain loaded. No outs. First pitch. Johnson sees a fastball high. Ball 1. And now you see that bullpen getting up and stretching in a hurry. 1-0 for Luke Johnson. Here's the pitch. And Johnson sees a fastball. Outer corner, 1-1.
You see the corners inching towards the grass, and even the middle infielders in Susan and Pompey kind of shading in, still trying to turn a double play up the middle.
1-1 pitch. Fouled off just in front of that first base dugout. That is strike 2.
And one positive for the Foresters is that they know they have a high-powered offense that could get these runs right back. 14 runs yesterday. They continue to produce quality at-bats. Just got to find a way to get out of this inning.
1-2 pitch. And Johnson swing and a miss. And that is one way to start. First out in the first. And Mason Bixby strikes out Luke Johnson.
You could just feel a sigh of relief from everyone in attendance. The first out of Mason Bixby's start, and he goes with kind of the cutter slider away, and that time threw it in the dirt, late break, and an amazing pitch.
Here's Nathan Cadena, and it plays for San Jose. Bases loaded, now 1 away. First pitch, and Cadena sees it low. Like that cut fastball, ball 1.
Cadena with 34 at-bats, only 7 hits to start this season. Big moment here, though, and 8 RBIs. He's been great in these runners and scoring position chances.
Bases loaded, 1-0 pitch. And it finds the strike zone at 94, 1-1.
Perfect location, 94 on the outside corner.
Mason Bixby, big first out, striking out Johnson. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that will be another strike. Good delivery from Bixby. He's now ahead 1-2 against Cadena. Matthew Flaherty on deck.
The 2 times we've seen that slider, they've been perfectly located on the lower outside corner. Might go back to that.
1-2 pitch. Cadena, swing and a miss. Consecutive Ks for Bixby. 2 gone.
And he goes right back to it. His 2 strikeouts in this inning have come from the same pitch. And the Foresters have done an amazing job of damage control. 1 out away from getting out of the inning, but not out of it just yet. Bases still loaded. Need to continue to execute.
Here's Matthew Flaherty serving as a DH. First pitch, fastball high, ball 1. And you think if the Stars are able to retire Flaherty, the bases loaded and only concede 3 runs, feel like you'd have some positives moving forward. Damage limited. 1-0 pitch. Flaherty sees it down low, ball 2.
Have to attack here, knowing that it's the bottom of the order.
Base reset third, Wilkinson second, Rocco Gump at first. 2-0 pitch to Flaherty, and Flaherty takes a strike.
A pearl of a cutter on the outside corner. It starts away, and the late snapping movement just shaves the outer half. 1 strike away.
Here's the pitch, and Flaherty sees a ball high, 3-1, 2 gone. Top of the order stands on deck. Nowhere to put Flaherty. Massive pitch coming up here for Mason. 3 runs in. Here's the pitch. Flaherty sees ball 4, and that's going to walk in a run. 4-0 now our score. Ace Reese, who worked to walk him, comes in to score the 4th run of the inning. That's going to bring around the top of the order.
Another walk for Mason Bixby, and this might do it. Manager Printard walking out there. Looks like an arm is loose. We'll see what the decision is.
In terms of pitching, we will have a signal to the bullpen. A new arm will be coming in, and Mason Bixby, his outing complete. We will step away. OC Riptide now lead 4-0 over the Stars. Pitch and change in the first.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Foresters Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Stars, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
The new arm coming in for the Sturs will be Reed Hensley, the right-handed pitcher, will enter the ball game. Bases loaded, 2 gone. OC Riptide lead 4-0.
Yeah, it was a tough start for Mason Bixby. Couldn't really hone in the command and find the strike zone. The velocity was there as always, but we also talked about the unlucky fortune. It felt like there were multiple bloop singles that just fell in, and nothing was really working for Bixby. And now they turn it over to Reed Hensley out of Oklahoma. He's only had 1 inning of work this season. Struggled just a little bit, 3 hits allowed. So the ERA is at 9, but the stuff was there. Really, really good curveball to pay attention to.
And for Hensley, that appearance coming against the Oaks on the 18th. The Sturs prevailed 12-5, but he's going to face the top of the order. Riptide have batted around, 2 gone, bases loaded, 4 runs in for OC. Here's Michael Diaz. First pitch. And it will miss at 92 away. It looks like it might have found the corner, but it will be ball 1.
We talked about the zone being a little tighter down by the knees. These players will adjust as the game goes forward.
Reed Hensley, this high leverage situation, the 1-0 pitch. Missing high. That is ball 2. Michael Diaz, who kicked off this ball game, worked a walk. Bixby gave up 4 walks to the Riptide, facing 9 batters. Now in comes Reed Hensley, needing to find the strike zone. 2-0 pitch, and Diaz ripping a miss, strike 1.
Great challenge, fastball at 92, right through Diaz. Great hitter at the dish like we talked about, very patient. Hensley's going to need to hit his spots.
2 gone, bases loaded, 2-1 pitch. And it finds the upper half of the zone at 92 from Reed. Even up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And an out here would go a long way, give the Foresters a ton of confidence as this game goes on to just chip away at that deficit.
There's a 2-2 pitch, and Diaz stays alive, fouling it back. Another fastball fouled back by the OC Riptide. Seen a lot of that early.
And they've been putting together quality at-bat after quality at-bat. Might see Hensley go to the off-speed here. 2 fastballs that were very well timed.
2 gone, 2-2 pitch, and that ball will get away from Taman. The runner from third looks to come in to score, and he will. From third, Brendan Wilkinson scores the 5th run of the inning for the Riptide. The count now full for Michael Diaz. 3-2. First base now open. Rocco Gump moves to third. Matthew Flaherty moves to second.
That's very frustrating for Reed Hensley. You trust your catcher there, spiking a curveball with the runner on third, and just squirts away from Taman.
Here's a 3-2 pitch, and Diaz pops it up and out of play. We will do it again.
Another long and grueling at-bat with a ton of foul balls. The OC Riptide have come to play. Reed might go to that back to that curveball here. It spun very well, just didn't get the chase.
2 gone. 3-2 pitch. Diaz pops it up sky high in the right center field. Caden Peterson called off by Jonah out in center, and that will complete the inning. Sebring makes the catch in right center field. Diaz flying out for the 3rd out, but the damage done by the Riptide. They put up 5 in the top of the 1st. Gaucho Forster bats coming up next when we return. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Bottom of the 1st, as we take a look at the lineup for the Sturs, Caden Peterson will lead things off. Jonas Sebring to bat 2nd, batting 3rd, TJ Pompey. Cleanup spot will be Nolan Souza. Batting 5th, Daniel Patterson. Bat 6th, the DH, Will Rogers. Bat 7th, and out and left, Drew Markle. The 8-hole hitter today is Johnny Rodriguez. And round out the order, the catcher, Ryan Taman. And the starting pitcher today for the Riptide will be Seth Spencer, the left-hander from Indy.
Yeah, and he didn't pitch at all in this past season, Hunter, but in 2023, a 4.89 ERA. You're going to see a fastball cutter combination. And just want to talk about the Foresters offense a little bit. With how high-powered it is, that 5-run deficit in the 1st isn't a whole lot. Just got to start off strong.
Here's Caden Peterson. First pitch, that's turned on, but will go foul for strike number 1. Peterson did not play yesterday, but 357 average, and every time he gets on base, he's always a threat. Puts a little doubt on the pitcher on the hill with what he can do on the bases. But the 0-1 pitch, and that will miss high at 85 from Seth Spencer. This is ball 1.
Caden Peterson's a guy that every coach would love to have. He plays hard. He's a leadoff hitter who can get on base a ton.
Here's the 1-1, and Caden sees it in for a ball. 2-1. Sebring Pompey scheduled in this inning. 5-0 lead for the OC Riptide. Got off to a strong start here. Santa Barbara High School. 2-1 pitch from left-handed pitcher. And this ball is chopped foul as strike 2. She falls right in front of the 3rd base dugout where the Riptide are housed. 2-2.
You may see these Foresters hitters a little less aggressive, knowing they're down by 5. Base runners are the name of the game.
2-2 pitch, and Peterson sees ball 3 down low. Great take from Caden. Jonas Sebring awaiting on deck for Santa Barbara. Payoff pitch. Peterson drills it. It'll go foul inside the 3rd base bag. We'll do it again.
And a great at-bat from Caden Peterson. Pitch number 7 on the way. Seems that he's seeing that fastball well, looking for a base hit.
Here's the pitch. And Peterson takes strike 3. Down low on that off speed from Seth Spencer, and he has his first strikeout.
Didn't seem that Peterson thought that that was a strike. Now Jonas Sebring will look to get it going for the Foresters.
Caden goes down looking. That's going to bring up Jonah. what a day yesterday it was for Jonah Sebring. In the second inning, when the Sturs put up 6 runs yesterday against the Pirates, he had a bases clearing double, drive in 3 runs. First pitch to Jonah, and it's a strike at 88, 0-1.
Jonah Sebring's been a revelation so far this season. Most consistent bat in the Sturs lineup and looking to keep it going.
The 0-1 pitch, up and out of play, just to the right of the seats. He is quickly down 0-2. 4 runs batted in yesterday in his debut. He had 5 RBIs on the 15th in that shootout when the Sturs won 12-11 against Arroyo Seco. 3 for 4, 5 RBIs. But the 0-2 pitch, and Jonah pops it up into the outfield, left center field, and Ace Reese moves over into the gap and makes the squeeze. 2 gone for Seth Spencer and the OC Riptide in the bottom of the first.
Saw a fastball up and just missed it. Caught it a little off the end of the bat, it seemed, and a fly out. Now digs in TJ Pompey.
So here's TJ, 2 gone, bases clear. TJ yesterday, very good day. Got on base 4 times, going 3 for 4. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1.
One thing from Spencer as well, he's working very quickly, getting the ball and going, and these Foresters hitters have to stay ready. Once they look up, he's engaging on the pitch.
Already the 0-1, that's down low. Even up the count 1-1. Taking a look at the defense today for the OC Riptide. Rocco Gump at third. At short, Patrick Hackworth. At second, Luke Johnson. At first, Nathan Cadena. Brendan Wilkinson is the catcher. 1-1 pitch. And swing and a miss. Strike 2. The outfield, Ace Reese. Michael Diaz in center. And Jake Brown out in right. Pompey behind 1-2. Already here's the pitch. And TJ takes strike 3. Inside half of the plate, and Seth Spencer has a clean 1-2-3 first inning. We go to the second. Riptide on top 5-0 over the Sturs.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Welcome back to Santa Barbara. The OC Riptide have Patrick Hackworth, Jake Brown, and Ace Reese coming on up to start off the second inning. Reed Hensley, who entered for Mason Bixby, remains on the hill, and OC put up 5 in the first. Have a hearty lead here in the early goings, and Hackworth had the first knock of the ball game for the Riptide and scored the second of the 5 runs. He will lead things off.
Looking for a clean 1-2-3 inning. That would go a long way for the Foresters.
First pitch, Hackworth sends it foul on a line. Motors its way past the third base dugout in the air. That is strike 1.
Good start from Reed Hensley getting over the plate with the fastball.
The 0-1 pitch to the shortstop, and Hackworth sees it down low at 86 to even up the count 1-1. Hackworth, another lefty. We've seen a lot of lefties in the lineup this afternoon for the OC Riptide. 1-1 pitch. And Hackworth chops this one over right side. The first baseman grabs on the backhand. The throw over to Hensley, the pitcher covering the mound, not in time. Reed thought he was there looking at that first base umpire. But as a result, Hackworth will reach base for the second time. Rodriguez was there at first base. Hensley just couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, quality PFP. He covered in time. It seemed like his foot might have not been able to find the base at the same moment of the base runner getting to first, but unfortunate for the Forcers. Great ground ball executed from Hensley.
So Hackworth aboard for the second time. The leadoff man slides back into first base on a check from Reed. Still waiting the first pitch to Jake Brown by an RBI base hit in the opening inning. OC put up 5. First pitch, and Brown sees it in. The fastball missing, ball 1. Hackworth at first. No outs in the top of the second. 1-0 offering, and Brown sees a ball away. Another fastball from Reed. 2-0. An interesting thing for the Riptide today, didn't take any BP before the start of this game.
Maybe a mental thing, get your swings fresh when they're live if you're already feeling good.
Yeah, a 3-game winning streak for OC. 2-0 pitch, and Brown takes a fastball for a strike, 2-1.
Got to be careful with Jake Brown. We saw him do some damage last time. Yes, a bloop single, but worked a great at-bat and batting in the 3 spot for a reason.
Another check back to first base. Patrick Hackworth over there. In terms of running on the bases for OC, 22 of 28. Been much more efficient compared to the Sturs in that department. 2-1 pitch, and Brown takes strike 2. Another heater from Reed to even up the count 2-2. Talking about the Forsters in terms of running, they're 23 of 36, so just one more stolen base, but a lot more attempts compared to the Riptide. 2-2 pitch, and Brown just stays alive, taps it foul right in front of himself. We'll do it again.
Good curveball. Had a bit of hang. Might go back to it, but just look to finish down in the zone. The risky run, though, with a runner on first base, potential wild pitch, but have to trust Taman once again.
No outs. Another check back to first base. Sliding in is Hackworth. And Brown, and who plays for CBU. Remains 2-2. Pitch from Reed. And Brown, swing and a miss. Hensley retired. First strikeout of the day for Hensley. 1 away in the second.
Right on cue, Hunter. Talked about how that curveball was spinning well. That time, it starts in the middle of the strike zone, is able to fall down below the knees, gets a swing through.
So bring up Ace Reese, who was a nuisance against Bixby in the opening inning. Fouled off numerous pitches and ended up working a walk. First pitch, he rips and taps it back into Taman's glove for strike number 1. Man at first, Patrick Hackworth with the infield single. The 0-1, and Reese sends it over to second base. Souza fields it and elects to go to first base for an ensured second out. So Reese retired for the first time, and the second goes to Patrick Hackworth.
Very smart decision from Nolan Souza, and something that stood out to me over the last couple days from him, a phenomenal internal clock as an infielder, knowing when to make those decisions. He realized, oh, the runner's going to be safe at second no matter what. Good check, and goes to first. Great play.
Here's Brendan Wilkinson. Also worked a walk in that opening inning. Man at second, 2 gone. First pitch, it will miss away, and Wilkinson scored the 5th and final run of that opening inning for the Riptide. He's got a man at second, Hackworth. 2 gone, however. First pitch missed away from Reed. Here's the second, and Wilkinson this time takes a strike to even up the count.
Good spot. Seems like a lot of these batters have disputed a little bit with a pitcher-friendly strike zone to start this game, but just something to adjust to.
1-1, and a breaking ball missing in to the right-handed batter Wilkinson. 2-1.
High quality curveball there. Just slipped out of the hand, missing inside. Reed has that open base to play with at first.
It's 2-1. Hensley entered in the first inning with 2 outs. Bases loaded. 2-1. And Wilkinson over to third. A one-hopper. Patterson charges in. And the throw over to first is a good one to Rodriguez to retire the side. Good work by the infield. We go to the home half of the second. OC Riptide on top 5-0 over the Sturs.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
5-0 our score. OC Riptide lead the Sturs. Nolan Souza, Daniel Patterson, Will Rogers scheduled for Santa Barbara. Got work to do.
Yeah, Nolan Souza is the guy you want to start in inning. He's had great at-bats to start the season. I feel like I've said it multiple times, Hunter. Great ABs, not a lot of results, but the talent is there.
First pitch, and Nolan, he sees a ball. It's a lefty-lefty matchup to kick off the bottom of the second. Nolan 5 for 19, good for a 263 clip. The 1-0, misses away, ball 2, and Souza ahead. Patterson scheduled next. To a pitch, and Nolan sees a strike at 87, 2-1. Yesterday for Souza was 0 for 2, but did get on base twice with walks in that barrage from Santa Barbara, a 14-0 win over the Pirates. The longer hold here for Seth Spencer, 2-1, down and away, ball 3.
He's been amazing with the free passes. His 7 walks lead the Foresters right now as the most on the team.
3-1, and Nolan takes a strike, full count.
Another frustrated look back at the umpire. Nolan Souza thought he had a free pass, but a great 2-strike hitter.
Payoff pitch, and Nolan down on strikes. Souza strikes out for the first out in the second. We saw a similar thing to Caden Peterson. Thought he had a free pass, but ends up striking out, going down looking. But Souza strikes out swinging.
Now Patty's going to look to pick him up. He had himself a day yesterday. We highlighted the 7 spot in the order. It was Daniel Patterson's 3 hits, and then Dominic Smaldino's 2 for 2.
And Patterson on the first pitch takes a strike. Yeah, that's 7 spot in the order. Patterson, 2 runs scored, a single and 2 doubles. The 0-1, and nearly gets clipped, turns away from it for ball 1. And of course, Smaldino, his first AB, the solo shot, and the base hit in the 7th as well. Phenomenal. In that 7th position in the lineup Here's the 1-1. And Daniel checks the swing, takes ball 2.
He's done a great job going to all fields. Talked to him in the postgame. Feels like he's starting to time that fastball, getting his swing back.
And already this one on its way over to second base. 2 hops to Johnson, fields it well, and the throw to first in time, and Patterson will ground out 4-3 for the second out in the second.
Now batting for the Foresters, brought to you by Howard and Trish Cantor.
Just got on top of that one. Rolled over a little bit. Feels like just starting to see that lefty arm, especially with the southpaws. For the first couple innings, might be a little hard to see, but as the game goes on, it's easier to pick up.
Here's Will Rogers. Serving as a DH. He's also listed on the back end in terms of pitching this afternoon as well. Maybe some double duty for Will. First pitch, high and away at 89, ball 1.
We've seen Will everywhere. Closing games, DHing, catching. Does everything for this Foresters team, and very productively as well.
Here's the 1-0, and Rogers hops it over to third. Off one hop, there's Rocco Gump, and the throw, able to hold onto it was Cadena. Had to reach for it, but makes the play, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Seth Spencer. We're headed to the third. OC Riptide on top 5-0 over Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Go to the third. OC on top 5-0 over Santa Barbara. Reed Hensley, who entered for Mason Bixby in the first, remains on the bump. He's going to face Gump, Johnson, Cadena due up in this inning. First pitch, missed the strike zone, ball 1. Leadoff man at a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch, and Gump. You will see ball 2 away. Rocco Gump had an RBI base hit in the first, man, for Northwestern State. He was the first man not to score in that 5th inning. First 6 all reached base, and 5 of those 6 came around to score. 2-0 pitch. Missing high, ball 3.
The command has been the name of the game for the Foresters pitching staff. Getting behind in counts allows for these Orange County hitters to really zero in on one pitch, one spot, and do damage.
It's 3-0. Pitch, and Gump takes a strike at 91 from Reed. He gets himself back in it. 3 balls and 1 strike to the leadoff man, Rocco Gump. Luke Johnson on deck. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and Gump just taps it. Stay alive. Will be ball 2. Strike 2, pardon me, full count.
Pitch there, 89 at the knees. Reed Hensley's command of the curveball could even go to that off speed with 2 strikes.
Reed shakes off a couple from Taman. Payoff pitch, And Gump will see ball 4 and a lead-off walk. And for the 3rd consecutive inning, the leadoff man aboard for the Riptide. It's going to bring up Luke Johnson.
There's going to be some barking from the Forester dugout on that call just because it's the same one, it feels, that was called on Nolan Souza, Caden Peterson, and you want that to go both ways. The name of the game is consistency if you're an umpire, and some frustrated folk on the Forester side.
Leadoff man aboard, first pitch. That's in there for a strike at 91, 0-1. Luke Johnson struck out against Bixby in the first. First look at Reed Hensley. 0-1, and looking to lay down a bunt, but it pops its way back behind home plate for strike 2. This talented team for the OC Riptide, 6-5 in the CCL South. 3 consecutive victories for the Riptide. Good victory yesterday against Conejo, who the Stars have lost. 2 out of their 3 losses come at the hands of the Conejo Oaks. But it's 0-2, and Johnson will stay alive. I pop up behind home plate.
Not a bright idea to park there, Hunter.
Yeah, some groans from the people in attendance. The big street just to our right. 0-2 pitch, and Johnson checks swing, but they say he went around. Johnson will strike out for the 2nd time. 1 away in the 3rd.
From our angle, Hunter, obviously not the best, but that didn't seem like a scenario where a home plate umpire should make that call instead of appealing. Looked like the 50-50 zone at most, but the Foresters will take it, to say the least.
Still a man at first, and here is Nathan Cadena. Also a strikeout victim today. Check back to first base. It was a good throw right down at the first base. Rodriguez holds on to it. Nathan Cadena still awaits the first pitch from Reed Hensley. Here it is from Reed. And Cadena slices it foul over the first base dugout for strike number 1.
Good challenge cheater from Hensley. What's kind of separated his performance today from Bixby's is when needed to come into the strike zone, he's been able to execute those pitches. A ground ball away, just have to think with that mentality to get those bats back in the dugout.
Still a 5-0 lead for OC. The 0-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike at 91 from Reed. 0-2.
And that hammer curveball could be in play with a 2-strike count. Also, though, would be a good pitch to run on for the Riptide.
Man at first, jack back to the man over there. It's Rocco Gump worked a leadoff walk against Reed. We did see some signals flash down that third base line from the coaching staff for the OC Riptide. So what they draw up here, 0-2 count to Cadena. Here it is. Cadena with a miss. Consecutive strikeouts for Reed Hensley. 2 gone in the 3rd.
78-mile-an-hour hammer from Reed Hensley. When he was warming up, he emphasized how good that pitch was. And the first time we've truly seen it perfectly executed here today.
Hensley gave up the leadoff walk, retired the next 2. And here's Flaherty. Bats out of the 9 spot. First pitch, and that breaking ball, he goes right back to it for a strike.
And the best quality of an elite breaking pitch is being able to throw it in any count. 0-0 opens up the at-bat with a pearl right at the knees.
0-1, and Flaherty sees it high. It was a late jump and a late throw, and that ball will get into the outfield. Runner will hold at second to Rocco Gump.
Looked like a delayed steal to me, Hunter, and Taman throws it down and nobody's covering just because of the delay. Nice little 2-out play from the Riptide.
Yeah, delay's a good word. Even Taman, not sure if you should huck it down there. But harmlessly rolls its way into center field. Stolen base for Gump. It's 1-1 for Flaherty. Here's a pitch, and the breaking ball finds its way in there. 1-2.
Once again, a perfect pitch of the knees from Reed Hensley. Might try to elevate the fastball here.
2 gone. 1-2 pitch. And Flaherty, swing and a miss, and Reed Hensley gave up a leadoff walk but strikes out the next 3. Great work from the right-hander Hensley. Go to the bottom half of the inning. Markle, Rodriguez, Taman coming up. Sturs trail by 5.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Drew Markle will lead things off for Santa Barbara. Seth Spencer, the left-handed pitcher, remains on the hill. He's had 2 clean innings to start off this ball game. First pitch to Markle, and he chops it over to third base. Here is Gump. Throw over to first in time. Drew Markle sat down on 1 pitch, the ground out to third.
Try to jump on the early fastball. We saw early in this game, Spencer has been leaning on that pitch to start at bats. Markle saw it going over the middle, but just rolled over, and Rodriguez now gets a chance to pick him up.
1 away, bases clear, 5-0 our score. Riptide put up 5 runs in the opening inning. Chase the starter, Mason Bixby. First pitch to Johnny, and Johnny takes a strike, and he is down 0-1.
Not a ton of platooning from this Foresters team, so allow their lefties to hit with the disadvantage.
0-1. And Rodriguez swing and a miss. He's quickly down 0-2. 1 away, and the base is clear in the third. In this lefty-lefty matchup, Ryan Taman awaits on deck. 0-2. Rodriguez flares it up left side. Chance for the left fielder to make the play. He cannot. It falls in front of him. And Johnny Rodriguez, that flare single into left in the first base run. The first knock of the day for the Sturs.
Feels like the Foresters were waiting for their own bloop single, and they go in there with Rodriguez. Gets it off the fists and just flips it into left field. And this showcases the depth of the Foresters, the bottom of the lineup, stringing together a rally.
And Rodriguez already hopping off to a big leadoff at first. First pitch to Taman. He fouls it back for strike 1. In the recent games, and we haven't seen Bill Pintard be as aggressive. Granted, the Forester bats have been really rolling the last 5 games, excluding the outlier against the Oaks. But early on, we saw a lot of aggressive base running from the manager. Here's the 0-1. Misses high, even up the count.
Seems, Hunter, that they've taken more of a station-to-station approach throughout the last couple games. I think their big leads could play a big factor in that. We'll see if they stay aggressive here today.
That ball just gets away from the first baseman. Rodriguez motors his way all the way to second base. Rodriguez now in scoring position. On the check over from the pitcher, looked like the first baseman on that low throw just couldn't handle it. Cadena. As a result, Johnny to second. Oh, and Rodriguez, he slid into second. And now he's sitting down. Oh, boy.
And what concerns me about that most, Hunter, is Rodriguez attempting to get up and then falling back down, realizing that he may need some assistance. Hoping that he's going to be okay. Just an awkward slide getting in there to second.
He's back up on his feet. Both Bill Pintar, the trainer, the assistant coach, Steve Schuck. It's good to see Johnny walking. You saw him slide in, try to get up, and he stayed down, now on his feet.
Just stretching out, seeing if he can run. Obviously don't want to pull that sort of bat from the game this early if he's good to stay in, but looks like he might be heading to the dugout.
At least he's walking over with the trainer, Sierra. Well, the new man coming in at second base after Rodriguez collected the first hit of the ball game. Gonna slide into second base. We hope he is okay. Here comes Dylan Fishbow for the time being in to run.
Fishbow's in. It'll be interesting to see what they do from a replacement standpoint. Obviously, you have Jack Holman on the bench that can play first base, Dominic Smaldino. But Fishbow here might be just used simply as a runner so the Foresters can plate their first score of the game with a base hit.
Likely the play from the manager with Fishbow now running. Here's the second pitch to Taman. That is down the left field line. All the way down to the wall. Fishbow will score with ease. And Ryan Taman glides into second base, and the Sturs have plated their first run thanks to Ryan Taman.
And Ryan Taman entering this at-bat with an average under 100. His at-bats have been a lot better. You've seen it in batting practice. Spraying the ball to all fields. And there, Ryan Taman caught a barrel. Foresters score their first run.
Now here's the top of the order. 5-1 our score, OC lead. First pitch to Peterson, missing away, ball one. That RBI from Ryan Taman brought to you by Gold's Gym. Gold's has 3 locations in Santa Barbara and Goleta, where the Santa Barbara Foresters train to win. Second pitch, and Peterson down in the left. That is a base hit. Holding up at third will be Taman. Runners will be on the corners.
A similar location, that fastball on the inner half of the plate, and Caden Peterson turns on it. Now, not another guy that you want up in this sort of situation, Hunter. Jonah Sebring.
Sebring, after yesterday, driving in for a chance here to make it a 1-run game. The Sturs collecting their first hit in this inning. Actually, the first 7 were retired by Seth Spencer, but the next 3 have all collected hits. Taman at third, Peterson at first. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 1 out. First pitch to Jonah, and Sebring sends it foul down the third baseline into the bullpen, down the left field line, strike 1.
Good piece by Jonah. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. You're just looking for something productive. If not a base hit, a ball in the outfield will plate that second run.
Already a run in. The 0-1 pitch, Sebring out in front of that one. Nothing in 2.
Good off speed there. 80 miles per hour, pulling the string from Spencer. Sebring now got to choke up and work a base hit to the opposite field.
DJ Poppy will be on deck. Runners on the corners. Sturs have played 1 run, but still trail by 4. 0-2 pitch, and Sebring, he stays alive. Fouls it back behind home plate.
Good fight there from Jonas Sebring. Looked like it knocked down some of our analytical devices.
Yeah, it looked like the Synergy charging device on the camera behind home plate was knocked down. The least ideal situation for that camera getting charged by that battery pack, which was knocked down on that foul ball. But we got a good team of our Synergy guys. The 0-2 pitch, and Jonah sends it foul. We'll do it again.
Great fight here from Jonas Sebring. He's seen a ton of off-speed pitches down 0-2. has just continued to battle, knowing how big of an impact a hit would have here.
A run in, Ryan Taman scored it with a double at first. It's Peterson. The 0-2 pitch, and Jonah out in front of it, swinging a miss. And with first base occupied and only one out, Jonah is retired. No chance even to reach. And the drop third strike, which we actually saw him do yesterday in the fifth. He struck out, but still reached base. Unable to do that there, 2 gone.
Went right back to the off speed, and that time Jonas Sebring couldn't lay off. TJ Pompey looking for a 2-out hit.
First pitch, and TJ, big swing. He just taps it foul, strike 1. Seth Spencer retired the first 7 efficiently. He gave up 3 consecutive hits in this inning. Run scoring for the Sturs. Here's the 0-1, and TJ takes it high, even count.
TJ, very experienced hitter out of Texas Tech. Great freshman campaign and just continuing that with the Sturs.
1-1, and Pompey lays off of it. Good take at 88. Delivery from the southpaw Seth Spencer. 2-1. Can the Sturs get a couple more here in this inning? Cut into that deficit. 2-1 pitch, and TJ takes a strike. 2-2.
2-1 for Pompey. Looking for one pitch, one spot, and just hits the outside corner. Now has to protect. Forster hitters continue to find themselves in these 2-strike counts, needing to come through.
The pitch, runner goes, it misses low. Sliding into second, head first is Caden Peterson. So he's now in scoring position. Count now full. Pompey's able to reach Nolan Souza on deck. Here's the pitch, and TJ down on strikes. Swinging a miss on the pitch from Seth Spencer. And the Sturs leave 2 in scoring position, but they do play 1. Johnny Rodriguez, who had a base hit, scored by Dylan Fishbowl on the double by Ryan Taman. 5-1 our score, going to the 4th.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We head to the 4th from Santa Barbara. 5-1 our score, the OC Riptide on top of the Sturs. A lot of changes for Santa Barbara. First things first, Ty Zarodnik, the left-handed pitcher, now in on the hill. Daniel Patterson, who was at third base, now at first. Drew Markle, who was in left, now in at third. And Jack Bollinger will enter in left field, likely in that spot for Johnny Rodriguez in the 8th spot in the lineup. And we saw Dylan Fishbowl pinch run and score a run for the Sturs.
And Zarodnik's been the best reliever so far from the Forsters. 6 innings pitched, hasn't allowed a run. 7 strikeouts, only 1 walk. You'll see a fastball in the lower 90s. Big frame out there on the hill, and Just want to talk about Rodriguez a little bit. Wishing him the best, hoping it's not a serious injury that'll keep him out for long.
And for Rodriguez, making a jump to second base on an errant throw to the first baseman, sliding in feet first and try to get up. Didn't get up initially. Saw him walk off on his own power, which was good to see. But yes, definitely all the best to Rodriguez, and hopefully nothing too serious for Johnny. But here is the top of the order, Michael Diaz to face the brand new pitcher, Zarodnik. First pitch from Ty. And Diaz sees it missing low on the delivery, ball one.
You see it a lot out of lefties, especially ones who throw hard, but that natural tail, and Ty's talked about it, when he has it working, being able to have that late break into the strike zone.
The 1-0 pitch. And Diaz down the middle sends it over to Patterson now at first base, and it gets past Patty at first. That's a fair ball all the way down to the corner. Diaz will get to second base. Patterson, who was at third, shifting over to first. That ball squirts its way past him, and as a result, the leadoff man all the way to second.
At Ty Zarodnik gets a ground ball, and Daniel Patterson, not a lot of experience at first base. His first time playing there this season. An awkward hop, kicks to his left for a double.
There's Patrick Hackworth, 2 for 2 today. And the Riptide, an opportunity to get back that run that they conceded in the last inning to Santa Barbara. 5-1 current score, top of the fourth. First pitch to Hackworth, and it's away, ball one. Zarodnik, the second reliever Hensley entered in that first inning, that high-leverage situation. Was listed on the back end or situation just like that. It's 1-0 to Hackworth. Here's a pitch from Zarodnik, and this ball is tapped foul off. The catcher, Taman, strike one.
Zarodnik offers a different look for the Foresters. Not a ton of lefties in their rotation and bullpen. But Zarodnik, one of the more reliable pitchers on this team, looking for another clean inning.
1-1. Diaz at second, no outs. Here's the pitch, and Hackworth sprays it out of play. Left side over the stands for strike two.
That was the off speed at 78. Missed over the middle, was lucky that that pitch wasn't punished. Now can go back to maybe that two-seamer on the inner half.
It's 1-2. The delivery to Hackworth, and Hackworth takes the ball away at 79. 2-2.
Really good take there, and some more groans from the home faithful wanting that call.
Diaz, who is at second, reaching on the E3. Here's a 2-2 pitch to the shortstop. And Hackworth sees ball three away. Full count on deck. Jake Brown for the Riptide.
And that was still a count where Zarodnik had the ability to waste an off-speed pitch outside. Now 3-2, even with open base, lefty-lefty. You feel like he's going to come in.
Here it is. Hackworth sees ball four down low, and that's going to put the first two batters on base here in the top half of the fourth. And in that first inning, when OC put up 5, their first 7 all reached base. Checked out their first 6 all reached base, and here comes Ryan Kramer, pitching coach, out of that first base dugout. Today we knew Zarodnik was going to pitch, and also another arm that we will see today, says the pitching coach, is Shea Wynn.
And it feels like this is eerily similar to the first inning where the Riptide set the table with first and second no outs. This time around, though, I think it has to do with the conversation that Ryan Kramer's having, but how can we escape the jam while limiting damage? Last time around, 4 runs were scored. If that happens at this stage of the game, it's almost an insurmountable lead to come back from. Need to find a way to get out of it.
It's going to be Jake Brown. He's 1 for 2 today, had an RBI single. It scored the first run of the ball game for the Riptide and struck out last time up, which was against Reed Hensley. But 2 aboard. It's a big battle here between Zarodnik and Brown, needing a big out. First pitch, and Brown takes fastball down the way, ball 1.
Zrodnik's going to take time here. Refocus his mental a little bit. We haven't seen him struggle with command at any point this season, so some uncharted waters for the big lefty.
Here's a second pitch to Brown. Count 1-0. 2 aboard, no outs. The pitch, and Brown fouls it back just behind home plate, 1-1. You'll see Riptide. Talked about earlier, talented team, a lot of D1 schools filling in. There's a lot of postseason teams making to the NCAA tournament. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and Brown sees it, and it gets past Taman. Runners both advance to scoring position, but a play at third base. Safely sliding in is Diaz. Drew Markle now at third. It was a great effort from Taman, who fielded that ball off the backstop. There was a play. Sliding in safely is Diaz.
And it's becoming a little frustrating for these Forester hitters. Taman's bat in this lineup is amazing, but that's about 3 now that have squirted away from him from a blocking perspective and sets the table for the OC Riptide with 2 runners in scoring position.
Here's the pitch, and Brown pops it up into the outfield. Jonas Sebring moves in, shallow left center field, makes the catch, and no tag up from third. And a big first out in the 4th inning for the Sturs.
And that's just as good as a strikeout, Hunter. An unproductive fly ball to the outfield. Now Zrodnik has left on left with Ace Reese, but the most dangerous hitter on this OC Riptide squad. If the first 2 aren't in the strike zone, you might see manager Bill Pintard give him the free pass.
Yeah, Reese, we talked about it in the opening inning, entering today 400 with 40 ABs already this season. He's got a walk and a ground out to second today. 2 in scoring position, now 1 gone. First pitch, Reese takes it down the middle for a strike, 0-1.
Great first pitch fastball. From our angle behind home plate, you can see how much that ball is tailing. Very hard to pick up out of the hand of Zrodnik.
5-1 our score. Riptide lead, and they're threatening in the 4th. Zrodnik, the 0-1 pitch, and Reese lines this one up the middle, gets past the second baseman. A run will score, and looking to score maybe 2 from second base. Hackworth play at the plate, safe. 2 runs come in to score. It is now 7-1. Riptide put up 2 more thanks to Ace Reese, 2 RBI single.
And that's one of the reasons why you may say, why come into Ace Reese knowing how hot he's been, but Ty Zrodnik does get the ground ball, just unfortunate infield playing in, knowing the deficit is already at 4, and if they're playing back, that might be a 4-3 put out, but a 2 RBI single nonetheless.
Here's Brendan Wilkinson, 1 away, man at first. First pitch, Wilkinson will take a strike. Brendan today 0 for 1. Marked a walk in the first, scored the 5th run of the inning. Grounded out to third in the 2nd. Man at first, after Reese brought in 2. Check back to him. He slides in safely. 5 runs in the first for the Riptide, now 2 here in the 4th. 1 away. Zrodnik not wanting to allow any more. The 0-1. But a check back again to first base, and Patterson grabs that ball, not allowing the runner to advance.
With that big lead at first, if that throws on the money, Ace Reese might be out. But just slips out of the hand of Zrodnik.
Still waiting the second pitch to Wilkinson. And here it is. Wilkinson will take a ball away, might have found the outer half, but it's called a ball, 1-1.
Another thing for the Sturs, Hunter, they haven't been in a game similar to this so far this season, down 7-1. It's been a close battle even in the losses. Will be interesting to see how they come back from a large deficit.
Here's the 1-1. Wilkinson sprays it back for strike number 2. And there has been a game in that shootout game against Arroyo Seco when the Sturs prevailed 12-11. When they gave up 4 in the second, they responded with 2 right in the home half of that inning. But in this situation, like you said, they've never been extended innings where they're giving up a couple runs, a big spot. And you give up a few more. Now trail by 6. Another check back to first base. In safely is Reese. Remains 1 and 2.
Just keeping the batter guessing. You could hear the Forster fans starting to rally around this team.
1-2 pitch. Wilkinson, he will strike out. Zarodnik, well done to induce a swing and miss. 2 gone in the 4th.
That's that beautiful breaking ball from Ty Zarodnik. It's been great in this outing so far. Gets him out number 2.
Here is Rocco Gump. He's reached twice today, had a base hit RBI single in the 1st, worked a walk and a stolen base in the 3rd. Man at first, but 2 gone and 2 runs in for Orange County. First pitch to Rocco. And Gump swing and a miss, strike 1.
Zarodnik's found a ton of success with that off-speed pitch sitting around 78 to 80. Looks like a slider from our angle.
Now time being called by the batter, Rocco Gump. Another one of those guys with a larger sample size, hitting .333 entering today. The 0-1, but another check back to first base. It gets past Patterson, and to second base goes Ace Reese. That's the second time that has happened. I should say once, that's when Rodriguez was able to advance and when he slid and injured himself, but now this time, Ace Reese in a scoring position.
And with the natural arm motion of Ty Zarodnik on the mound, replicating that on the pickoff sometimes allows for it to leak out a little bit for a haywire throw. No harm, no foul though. 2 outs. Just got to attack the hitter.
Struck out the last man he faced. He's ahead. 0-1. Second pitch to Gump. Looking for a bunt, and it gets past Taman in and out of the glove, and to third base goes Ace Reese. Man now at third, 2 gone. But still, if you take care of business here against Gump, go to the bottom half of the inning, trailing 1-7. Advancing to third on the pass ball was Ace Reese. It's 1-1. Gump's been standing in there for quite some time. Only seen 2 pitches. Here's the third. And Rocco sees one in. Ball 2.
Lefty here, a similar situation as earlier where even with the open base, wanting to attack the hitter. 2-1 count. Might be sitting fastball, but that slider's been so good. Could go right back to it.
2 gone. Man at third. 2-1 pitch. And Rocco Gump on a breaking ball. Taps it down the first base line. 2-2.
And that is that slider at 77 miles per hour. Feels like a strikeout here would get a pretty big crowd pop from the Forster faithful, just knowing that the madness is over and the bats could get another chance to swing it.
2 gone. It's 2-2. And Rocco Gump sees the next pitch. And Gump check swing. Sees it down low. Full count. Gutsy take from Gump. Looked like on the strike zone. Missing low. 3-2 on deck will be Luke Johnson. Reese remains at third. The payoff pitch. Rocco Gump lines this one up the middle. That, moving over the shortstop. Pompey was a throw in time. No, it was not. A run will come in to score. It looked like that ball was well into the outfield, but TJ Pompey had to play behind second base, fielded it from short. And the throw was not in time. That ball was in the shallow center field. And a run will score. It's now 8-1.
Yeah, some more soft contact from the OC Riptide where they get rewarded. A jam shot right over Ty Zarodnik. TJ Pompey, great play ranging over, but especially with Gump at the left side of the batter's box and his speed, beat it out, no problem.
Next pitch over to short here is Luke Johnson. It's fielded by Pompey. Fields it cleanly, and the throw this time was in time. 3 more runs, however, for OC in the top of the 4th. They now lead 8-1 over the Forsters, going to the home half of the 4th.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Nolan Souza.
Bottom of the fourth, Nolan Souza, Daniel Patterson, Will Rogers coming up for the Sturs, and they're going to face a new arm, the right-hander Colton Dahl, standing at 6'5", plays for Santa Barbara CC, now in on the hill.
And at City College, 3.72 ERA, 72 innings pitched.
First pitch to Souza. He sprays this into left field. Looking to get there is Reese, and that ball will fall fair. That's a fair ball. Souza to second base, looking to go to third. It's all the way in the corner. Souza maybe looks to come home. Souza around in third, and he will score. Nolan Souza all the way around. Second run of the day for the Sturs.
Look like Reese and the coach are going to have a little bit of a dispute. You feel like when you're right on that play, even sliding, you would know if it's fair or foul. But the umpire was fairly definitive that it landed fair, and Reese doesn't run 100% after it, resulting in inside of the Parker for Nolan Souza. But we'll see if when they come together, if they change this ruling at all.
Yeah, that ball was slicing off the bat of Nolan. We couldn't tell exactly. It was close. Now our crew is coming together. Again, in these situations, we've seen it. The initial call with no replay here in the CCL. It would most likely, almost all situations, the call would stand just because that umpire that's so close to whatever that call would be made. There's no reason to overturn it. No replay.
And he's right on top of the line. So he will have the best angle, even though they're coming together. This is just protocol. Feels like they'll stay with the fair. And a hit for Nolan Souza inside the Parker. Feels good to see him get a big-time hit. And even though it's a bloop single, it's a hit nonetheless.
And our crew, third base side of the mound. It looks like they're just going to give him a double. They're going to put him at second base. And now Bill Pintard appears out of that first base dugout.
So unless that kicked into the bullpen, that would be
Right.
my guess, Hunter, where Reese wasn't able to get over there in time and make a fluid throw. But what manager Pintard's issue will be is that Reese in the moment didn't put his hands up, signaling I can't get to the baseball. It felt like pretty clean overall, but Souza's going to have to go back to second.
So Souza, who was motoring his way all the way around, would put at second base. But regardless, even though a run doesn't come in to score, leadoff man at second, scoring position.
Funny that we have two disputes on one play. The beginning was whether it was fair or foul, and then also if it was a double or a home run. But Daniel Patterson will look to knock in Nolan Souza and keep the line moving.
Patty today ground out to second. We talked with him after the game yesterday. It was great to talk with Daniel, talking about even facing Ryan Humphreys, a fellow Westmont Warrior, a couple times this season. Now Nolan at second base. First pitch, Patterson sees it well away, ball one.
Patty's been great at seeing an amazing opposite field approach from him, and you see that 3-4 hole very big. You just punch a single that way for an RBI.
Here's the 1-0, and this one's over to the shortstop. Hackworth fields it. Souza will hold at second. A good pick by Cadena at first base, shoveling it up, and Patterson will ground out.
Great pick on the back end by the first baseman.
Number 7, Will Rogers.
Good play from Nathan Cadena at first. Here comes Will Rogers. Nolan Souza remains at first base. Will today ground out to third. First look at Colton Dahl. First pitch, and Rogers see one down low at 76, ball one.
Good take by Will Rogers. Looking for a hit. Hasn't seen a ton of time in the lineup as of late, but a great opportunity here.
The 1-0, and he gets hit. Able to turn away from it. It was motoring in at 88. Good to see Rogers trot down first base, and that hit by a pitch is brought to you by Alta Orthopedic.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
Here's Drew Markle. Souza at second. Rogers at first. Sturs trail by 7. 8-1 our score. Bottom of the fourth. Markle standing in for the second time. He led off in the last inning. First pitch, and Drew swing and a miss, strike one.
Markle's been known to jump on that first pitch, Hunter, and once again sees a fastball down the middle, lets it rip, but a swing through.
That last one from Dahl at 90 on the heater. The 0-1, and this time Markle is able to take an inside 1-1.
Markle's been in and out of the lineup. The glove is always there, the speed, but that bat looking to come along for the ride.
1-1 pitch, and Markle tried to lay off of it, but goes through the zone. He is down 1-2. I'm talking about it for Drew. Just waiting for that lumber to heat up. 172 with 30 ABs. He's down the count. 2 aboard, 1 away. Here's the pitch. And Markle sees it high at 88, 2-2.
Great take from Drew Markle with 2 strikes. A hit here would go a long way. Feels like we've said that multiple times, but Forster's just looking to mount a rally.
Here's a 2-2 pitch, and Drew sees ball 3 in. Full count, and on deck is Jack Bollinger, who entered for Rodriguez, who is injured in the 3rd inning.
Biggest pitch so far this game for the Forster's offense right here.
Here's the pitch, and Markle sees away ball 4, and the bases will be loaded with only a single out. Great plate appearance from Drew Markle, reaching for the first time today. Souza goes to third, Rogers to second. And here is Jack Bollinger standing in for the first time today. I'll have a visit to the mound. Talk with Colton Dahl. And Dahl's only faced 4 batters, giving up a double, which was nearly the inside of the park home run for Souza. He's hit Rogers, gave up the walk to Drew Markle.
And looking over Dahl's numbers prior to coming in to this relief appearance, he has struggled for the OC Riptide, a 15 ERA and limited work. And once again today, not able to find the strike zone. You look at the weak liner to left that got down in front of Reese. Nolan Souza double, and then hits Will Rogers, walks Drew Markle. Some more command issues, but Jack Bollinger, a great opportunity here, the best the Forsters have had all afternoon.
So here's Bollinger. Yesterday he came in and replaced D. Kennedy in the blowout against the Pirates. 1 for 2. Big spot here for Jack. First pitch. Takes a strike at 90, 0-1.
And Jack has 4 hits and 17 at-bats, 2 RBIs on the season, but has struggled with the strikeout, looking to put a ball in play.
The 0-1. Away for Jack. Even up to count 1-1. Only a single out, bases loaded, 8-1 our score, and this could be a critical inning for the Sturs. They want to get back in this ball game, trailing by 7. Here's the 1-1. Bollinger takes high, ball 2.
Now a chance, Hunter, for Jack Bollinger to zero in 1 pitch, 1 spot. Could look for that fastball.
Hitting for the first time for the injured Johnny Rodriguez. Bases loaded. 2-1 pitch. Bollinger takes a strike. Good delivery. Even up the count.
That is a beautifully placed 3-1 slider on the outside corner. If you're Bollinger, you just tip your cap and keep on rolling. Full count coming up.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that one's down low, and a great keep from Wilkinson. Full count, and now nowhere to put Bollinger. Ryan Taman awaiting on deck. For Dahl, this is the zone. It's another run for the Sturs, their second of the day. Finds a strike, 2 gone, the bases remain loaded. Massive pitch, here it is. Bollinger sends it foul in front of the first base dugout. He will do it again.
Great fight here from Jack Bollinger. Talked about how he's struggled with the strikeout, but his ability to fight in this at-bat has been remarkable.
And he puts something in play. Reach base, 3-2 pitch, and this one goes foul down the third base line. Bollinger slices that one away, stays alive.
Feels like now the Forsters are kind of getting in Riptide mode from earlier in the game and working one of their signature long, grueling at-bats that result in the mistake over the middle. Bollinger looking to punish.
Bases loaded, 1 gone. 3-2 pitch. Bollinger sends it foul, sharply hit down that right field line. Do it again.
It's a heck of an at-bat, and as the AB goes on, you hear more cheers, more energy. The Forsters dugout start to pick each other up. This could flip a ball game completely.
3-2 pitch. Bollinger sees ball 4 inside. A run comes in to score. Nolan Souza will indeed play a run this inning. Score now 8-2, but the bases remain loaded. 1 gone for Ryan Taman.
And if you're manager Bill Pintard, after that hard-hit double from Ryan Taman in his first at-bat, is the guy that you want to have up.
Taman drove in the first run of the ball game. What an opportunity here. First pitch. Taman, he went around trying to lay off the breaking ball. Strike 1. Still for Taman with only 1 out. He'll lift something, drive in another run. The 0-1 pitch, and Taman takes down low. 1-1.
Forcing the Riptide to come in with all the free passes. Don't want to give him a pitch.
1-1. This ball is lifted into right. Jake Brown moves in. Looks like to make the catch. Tagging up from third base is Will Rogers. The throw, applying the tag. They did not. Rogers slides in. It is a sacrifice fly for Ryan Taman. And Rogers plays the second run of the inning. 8-3, now our score.
And it didn't seem like that might have been deep enough to score Will Rogers, but running fast, great jump off of third base and avoiding the tag with the slide. 8-3 now. Sturs keep climbing back, and a base hit gets them within 3.
First pitch now, Caden Peterson, top of the order. He takes down low, ball 1. Caden today 1 for 2. First look at Colton Tall. Time being called by Caden. So Drew Merkel, good runner at third. At second, Jack Bollinger. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. And Peterson sees it away, ball 2. And we've seen a couple runs batted in this inning. Those RBIs are brought to you by Gold's Gym. Gold's has 3 locations in SB and Goleta, where the Sturs train to win. It's 2-0. Good count for Peterson. Here it is. And Caden takes ball 3.
Down by 5 runs, I'd be shocked if he gets the green light 3-0, especially with Jonas Sebring waiting in the wings.
Fastball 89. Looks like he might have lit up the zone for Dahl, but it's ball 3. Here's the pitch. And Peterson sees ball 4 down low, and Caden will reach for the second time, and the bases yet again loaded. Here comes Jonah Sebring, 2 gone.
Center fielder number 37, Jonah Sebring.
Jonah Sebring, a ton of power, an extra base hit machine, and has an opportunity. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the 4th.
For Colton Dahl, he's hit a batter, giving up 3 walks in this inning. Here's the first pitch to Jonah. Sebring sees a fastball high, ball 1, and a great jump from Wilkinson. Keep the runners at bay.
Looks like got an arm getting loose down there for the OC Riptide. And Nathan, it'll be interesting to see how much longer they wait.
Sebring on the second pitch, this time takes a strike, 1-1. At third, Markle, Bollinger at second, Peterson first. 2 gone. 1-1 pitch. Sebring takes a ball, just missing away at the corner, 2-1.
Great take from Jonah Sebring, and in this 4th inning, the Foresters hitters have been so patient waiting for their pitch to crush, and that's resulted in those walks, but great opportunity for Jonah.
2-1 down the third baseline. That is a fair ball and just had an attack. The third base bag is Rocco Gump for the force out, so Sebring unable to bring in any runs, but Sturs do score 2 in the 4th. We go to the 5th inning, 8-3 our score. OC on top of Santa Barbara.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We have a pitching change for Santa Barbara. Ty Zarodnik, his day complete, and Shea Went will now enter the ball game for the Sturs. It is an 8-3 ball game. OC Riptide on top, 8-9-1, due up to face Shea.
Went's been good so far to start this season. Not a ton of time, but a 3.6 ERA and limited appearances.
Here's the first pitch. Cadena fouls off the first pitch to the right of home plate. That is strike one. Cadena today is struck out twice. Once against Bixby, and one against Reed Hensley. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Cadena sees one down low in the dirt, 1-1. Case, you're joining the slate. OC Riptide jumped out to a 5-run lead in the first, putting up 5 in that opening inning. 1-1, and Cadena takes a strike, 1-2.
Great location from Shea Went there. And now ability to play with that 2-strike count.
Went against the first batter he faces, Cadena. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And Went, it's a broken bat, it's a foul ball down the third baseline. And Nathan Cadena splinters that bat. We'll get a fresh one, means 1-2.
That's one thing you see with a lot of these college guys in a wood bat league, carrying 4 or 5 with them at all times. But that one won't be coming back.
So Cadena, at a 1-2 count, Matthew Flaherty stands on deck. Here's the pitch, and missing away on a breaking ball, 2-2.
And that was the pitch we talked about that you can play with a 1-2 count. Might go to that fastball elevated.
Here's the 2-2, and a check swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did, says our first base umpire, Nathan Cadena, down on strikes, one away in the fifth.
Phenomenal location from Shea Went, the heater at the knees. And he starts his afternoon with a punch out. Not much better than that.
Here in this fifth inning brought to you by Finney's Craft House on Lower State Street. Finney's is a great place for Forster fans to gather before or after the game. As the first pitch is in, missing. Ball one to Matthew Flaherty, 9-hole hitter, 1-0. Shea going quick, the 1-0 pitch, down low, ball 2. Discrepancy in those last 2 pitches, it was 77, then goes to the fastball at 92. The 9-hole hitter ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. It went. Third pitch, Flaherty ripping a miss, strike 1.
Good challenge heater there from Shea Went. Trying to find his way back into the zone.
2-1 offering. Flaherty pops up behind home plate. Even up the count, 2-2.
And getting swing throughs and cold strikes on fastballs where even you miss middle shows that it's a very good pitch and something that Went can lean on as we move forward.
Comes the 2-2 pitch. Flaherty's down on strikes. He goes down. Consecutive strikeouts for Shea Went to start his day.
And taking away that first inning, Hunter, the Forsters have played very good baseball, starting to turn a corner in this contest, and a lot of games still to play. And out number 3, have been looking for that quick 1-2-3 inning. Could change all the momentum.
First pitch to Michael Diaz. He takes a strike at 93, 0-1. Also, we talk about trying to get a 1-2-3 inning. This is the first inning where the leadoff man has not reached base for OC. The 0-1 pitch. And Diaz quickly down 0-2. Shea lasered in. Comes the 0-2 pitch. And that's down low. Ball 1.
Good block there from Ryan Taman, and Shea Went acknowledging it. Looked like he went to that changeup at 85, tried to have it die right on the plate. 1-2 could go back to that or go to the heater.
1-2 pitch, and Diaz takes ball 2. Fastball missing low. Michael Diaz has reached twice today. Once a walk, once on E3. Scored twice. 0-2 gone, base is clear. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And Diaz lifts it into center field. Sebring has to adjust, moves forward, in the left center field and makes the squeeze, and Shea went a 1-2-3 inning. Great work from the reliever. Going to the bottom of the fifth, Pompey, Souza, Patterson due up when we return.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
In the bottom of the fifth inning, of course, the fifth inning is brought to you by Finney's Craft House on Lower State Street. Finney's Craft House is a fantastic place for any Forester fan to gather before or after the game. TJ Pompey will lead things off for the Sturs. They currently trail by 5 runs, 8-3 our score, OC on top. But the last 2 innings, the Sturs have scored runs.
Was going to talk exactly about that, Hunter. 2 straight innings of great baseball from the Foresters, and now Pompey stepping up, the part of the order that you want to start an inning, and a chance for the Foresters to get right back in it.
First pitch down the middle, and Colton Dull got banged up a little bit from the Sturs in the last inning, conceded 2 runs, gave up 3 walks, back out there, fires a first pitch strike. Here's a second. He's quickly ahead, 0-2 against TJ Pompey.
TJ sees a couple and now down to the count, having to protect.
Comes 0-2 pitch, and Pompey just is able to stay alive, fouls it back. Nolan Souza scheduled, and Patterson in this Finney's 5th inning.
See Dahl starting to work a lot faster now.
Going to mention that, yeah. 0-2 pitch, and Pompey on a breaking ball skies it, stays in the infield. Johnson, second baseman, drifts back. Just a few steps, makes the catch, 1 away.
Now batting for your Foresters, sponsored by Finney's Craft House, number 3, the second
Here comes
baseman,
Souza, and he kind of sparked the Foresters to plate their first couple of runs with that double down the line that in the moment was an inside the park home run. They sent him back to second. Looking for similar fortune here in this at-bat.
First pitch, and it misses in. Ball 1. 8-3 our score, bottom of 5. Nolan Souza 1 for 2 today. The 1-0 pitch, and Nolan takes a strike at 90 down the middle, 1-1.
And an interesting decision, too, from the coach for the OC Riptide to let Dahl go out there for another inning after he struggled in the 4th, but he's looked good so far.
1-1 missing down away. Yeah, that is a confidence move from the manager, Connor Spencer, for the OC Riptide. After he struggled, right back out there, retire the first man he faced. Now here's a 2-1 pitch, and Souza takes a strike at 89, 2-2.
Good patience from Souza, and now has to protect with 2 strikes, but very talented hitter.
Here's the pitch, missing in. Full count on deck will be Daniel Patterson. Sturs currently trail by 5. They put up a run in the 3rd and 2 in the last. 1 away, base is clear. Here's the pitch, and Nolan chops a high hopper to the second baseman. Had to rearrange, step back, and the throw in time to retire Nolan Souza. It was a good play from Johnson. Had to adjust after that first big hop, but Souza grounds out.
Just got him by half a step. Great hard 90 from Nolan Souza out of the box. Looks a little shaken up, but should be all good.
2 up, 2 down for Dahl. Bottom of the Finney's 5th inning. First pitch to Daniel Patterson, missing low at 90, ball 1. Daniel 0 for 2 currently. Ground out to second and 1 to short. The 1-0 pitch, and Patterson sees away, 2-0.
With Patty's current at-bats, you would assume that he'll have some better fortune as the game moves on offensively. Finds himself in a hitter's count right here.
2 gone, bases clear. Sturs trailed by 5. Here's the pitch, and it will miss high. Ball 3. We've seen it throughout the majority of this game, that tighter strike zone all day long from the home plate umpire. 3-0 pitch. And Patterson will see ball 4 and a 2-out walk for Daniel, and he will reach base for the first time.
Great at-bat from Daniel Patterson, and
Now batting
he
for
didn't even
your
have to work too
Forsters,
hard. Saw
number
4 straight
7,
balls.
the DH,
And Will Rogers, after getting plunked last time, looked to get some revenge with the base hit.
And when he was hit in the 4th inning, only the 3rd batter that Colton Dahl faced, he did come around to score the 2nd run of the inning, played the 3rd run of the day for Santa Barbara. They trailed by 5 in the 5th. 2-out base runner with Patterson. Before he was hit, Rogers had to ground out to 3rd. Runner goes off the first pitch. It's a good throw down, but Patterson is out at second base. Caught stealing for Daniel. He couldn't believe it. And that is how the inning will come to a close. Patterson worked a 2-out walk and thrown out at second base for the 3rd out. Go to the 6th. 8-5 our score. OC on top.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Now in the 6th inning, 8-3 our score. OC lead by 5 runs. Patrick Hackworth, Jake Brown, Ace Reese due up. Shea Went continuing his work out on the hill at a 1-2-3 first inning of work. First pitch, Hackworth takes a strike at 91.
Yeah, Wen looked amazing in his last inning of work, and starting the 6th now with the fastball right over the middle. Mechanics look amazing. He's been great.
0-1, and Hackworth sees it away. 1-1 for Patrick today. He's reached base 3 times. He's 2 for 2. Hit in the 1st, in the 2nd, worked a walk in the 4th. He has scored 2 of the OC 8 runs. 1-1 pitch, and a breaking ball got him to swing. 1-2.
Looking back to last inning, Daniel Patterson stealing a bag, trying to maybe manufacture a run with the lack of offense here today. But the pitching, holding steady, in particular, Shea Went.
1-2 offering. Hackworth sends it the other way, and that ball will get through into left field. Markle and Pompey both converge from 3rd and short, but it squeaks its way through into left, and that is a lead-off single for the Riptide.
And it feels like one of the few balls we've seen actually hit hard today from the OC Riptide. Ball barreled to left field. And yet another time reaching base.
Yeah, Hackworth now 3 for 3 with a walk. He has been phenomenal, batting at the 2nd spot in the order. Now here's Jake Brown. He's 1 for 3. Top of the 6th. First pitch, and Brown in the center field, having to move forward is Jonas Sebring, just about a step or two, and makes the squeeze. 1 pitch, and Jake Brown retired on the flyout into center field.
Now batting for the Riptide, number
Great out there to get, and easy after you allow a hit after dominating your prior inning to kind of get shy and not attack the strike zone as much. But Shea Went stays right in there and gets a big out, number 1.
Here is Ace Reese. 1 for 2 with a walk. First pitch from Went, and it misses away, and good slide from Taman to his left. But for Ace Reese, 2 RBI base hit in the 4th. That's when OC put up 3 more runs after they put up 5 in the first. To now lead 8-3 over Santa Barbara. 1-0 pitch, and Reese skies it right side and foul ground. Patterson maybe a play at first base and fights the wind, can't make the play. Patterson was right up against the backstop and the fencing, but that wind blowing out from behind us blew that ball back behind him.
You could see the frustration from Patty as well. Felt like he was circled under it in foul territory, and a late push from the wind puts it out of reach, but luckily landed foul.
The winds here are definitely tricky. Currently the American flag in right center field limp, but they do swirl around. It's 1-1 for Reese. The pitch, now breaking ball, it's hit well into right. Caden Peterson tracks back right at the wall and can't make the catch in right. Hackworth from first is held up, and over to second base is Ace Reese. 2 aboard in scoring position. Peterson unable to make the catch out and right.
Now batting for the Riptide, number 11, the catcher.
Just
Brandon
kicked off
Wilkinson.
of Caden Peterson's glove. And it looked like the runner Hackworth would have been doubled up if he made that catch. He was assuming that it was going to get in the gap, but Caden Peterson covered amazing ground near the 375 mark. But it falls in, and credit to the Forsters, an amazing relay to hold the runner at third base. Now infield will likely come in to try to cut down that runner.
Go down as an E9, and Reese now at second. Here's Wilkinson, takes the first pitch, strike from Went at 91, 0-1. Chance here now for OC to re-extend their lead. It's at 5. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Wilkinson pops it up, shallow center field. Sebring moves in, makes the catch, and no tag from third base. That is a big second out for the Sturs.
Huge out for the Sturs, Hunter, and
Now batting for the
Jonas
Riptide,
Sebring,
number 12,
an amazing
third
center
baseman
fielder. You look at the
Rocco
3
Gump.
guys out there now, so much speed, a lot of ground they can cover in. Not deep enough to tag. And for the Riptide, this has been the part of the order that's done the most damage. If you're Shea Wen and you can get through this inning, you know that it could be smooth sailing for at least another inning or 2.
Here's Rocco Gump, 2 in scoring position, 2 gone in this 5-run game, top of the 6th. First pitch, Gump sees off speed missing away for Rocco Gump. Gotten on board 3 times. He's got 2 RBI singles and a walk. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And this ball will miss low, 2-0.
Rocco Gump has put together some great at-bats to start this game. We hit on the open base a little bit, but could be Shea Went's friend in this situation.
2-0 pitch. And Gump will see ball 3. To your point, Aiden, when you look at the bottom 3 in the order combined, they're 0 for 8 with a walk that drove in a run. And they've struck out 7 times as well. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And Rocco Gump will take a strike at 92, 3-1.
Good pinch from Wen, and you hear manager Petard say, "Don't give in," over there in the Forsters dugout, as expected, trying to utilize that open base.
Here's the pitch, and this one is lifted into right. Peterson tracking back. This one will stay in the yard. Peterson gets out under it, makes the squeeze. 2 left stranded in scoring position, but no damage done in the top half of the 6th. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Sturs trail by 5.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Leading off for the Sturs will be Will Rogers, and also Colton Dahl remaining on the hill. He had a shaky first inning, but only had to face 3 batters in the last. They go right back to him, and the first pitch is hit sharply over to second base. Johnson scoops it up, and the throw a little bit high, but able to keep his back foot on the bag. Cadena, 1 pitch, and Will Rogers grounds out.
Yeah, Colton Dahl started to settle in, to say the least, and very familiar with the Santa Barbara area, pitching in this California climate. And even with, as we talked about, him struggling in his first 3 innings of 15 ERA entering today, different story.
Settled in very nicely. He gave up that walk to Patterson, but was thrown out at second for the 3rd out in the last. Here's Drew Markle. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. For Drew today, a ground out to 3rd, worked a walk in the 4th, was stranded at 3rd base. The 0-1 pitch. And Drew checks swing, and he went around for strike 2.
And once again, the home plate umpire not utilizing the appeal, just calling it himself. Generally, you only see that when it is clear and conclusive.
The 0-2 pitch, and Markle checks swing. Did he go? And the first base umpire says he did. Markle sees 3 pitches, strikes out.
And a long look from Drew Markle to that first base umpire not agreeing. But it is a strikeout, and Forster's bats cannot seem to get it going here in the 6th. Need a 2-out hit from Bollinger.
That's the first strikeout for Colton Dahl today. Here's Jack. First pitch. Did he go around? Third base umpire says he did. Strike 1. Jack standing in for the 2nd time. Worked a walk, which ended up scoring a run in the 4th. The 0-1 pitch. And Bollinger takes strike 2. He's down the count, 0-2.
Starting to fill up the strike zone. Very impressive inning from Colton Dahl. And when you have 5 runs of run support, a lot of freedom to attack all these Forster hitters.
The 0-2 pitch, and Bollinger takes strike 3. Consecutive Ks for Dahl, and a blistering fast bottom of the 6th inning. Dahl only has to see 3. We are headed to the 7th. OC on top 8-3 over Santa Barbara.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
The score 8-3 OC Riptide on top. Going to the 7th, Johnson, Cadena, Flaherty due up. Shea Went remaining in this ballgame, who has been phenomenal for the Sturs on the hill. In this ballgame, OC put up 5 in the first, 3 in the fourth. The Sturs picked up their 3 runs, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. Shadows getting longer here from Eddie Matthews Field, Santa Barbara High School. Here comes the first pitch to Luke Johnson. And that, I think it's going to be a breaking ball. Didn't break at all. Missing in for ball 1. This is the 9th batter that Shea Went will face this afternoon. He entered to start off the 5th inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And Johnson sees a strike right down the middle. Fastball, 1-1. For Luke Johnson today, 0 for 3. Pair of strikeouts, one against Bixby, one against Hensley. Here's 1-1 pitch. And that misses low, the fastball, 2-1. For Johnson, after that second strikeout, he grounded out to short in the fourth, the last time he was up. 2-1 offering, and Johnson swinging a miss on the breaking ball, 2-2. Nathan Cadena will be on deck. Matthew Flaherty in the hole for the OC Riptide. Shea Went shakes off a couple from Ryan Taman. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And Johnson chops it down the third baseline. Here's Drew Markle, who fields it, and a good throw over to Patterson. They retire. Luke Johnson, the leadoff man, 1 away in the 7th.
Talked about it with Drew Markle earlier, but that glove, so good over there and versatile as well. Started the game in left field, comes in at third base after the Rodriguez injury, and makes a nice play.
A whole shift as well. Patterson starting at third, now at first. Here's the first pitch to Cadena. Missing away at 91, ball 1. In terms of pitching for Shea Went, back out for his 3rd inning. The 1-0 on a breaking ball up the fence to the right of home plate for strike 1. In terms of pitching, Frazier, Fields, and Will Rogers available to pitch. You imagine Will Rogers in a high leverage situation in the 9th. The Sturs are able to make their way back in this ball game. 1-1, breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-2.
Beautiful pitch from Shea Went in a 1-1 count, throwing that curveball. He's been so good here today.
Going quick, the 1-2 pitch. Cadena sees a ball away, 2-2. Shea Went retired the first man he faced. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And Cadena strikes out. Shea Went, another K to his name, 2 gone in the 7th.
Now batting for the Riptide, number 2, the DH, Matthew Flaherty.
Great job by Shea Went. 2 down now that time. Went to the fastball at 91 miles per hour. Very refreshing to see a Forster reliever dominate like this.
First pitch to Flaherty, and this one's popped up left side, maybe in foul ground. Drew Markle trots back from third, but called off by the shortstop, TJ Pompey. That ball in fair ground by probably 8 yards, and makes the squeeze, and it's quick work for Shea Went and company. Stretch time for Santa Barbara. OC Riptide, 5-5.
Take me out to the ball game. 3, 2, 1.
Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com. Ryan Taman will lead things off. Peterson Sebring will schedule to follow Taman, but Colton Dahl remains in the ballgame. He only had to throw 7 pitches in the last inning. Here's the first pitch to Taman. Will miss in for a ball.
Colton Dahl has been utilized as a sort of long reliever in this game and been able to eat innings for the OC Riptide. He's been great.
1-0 pitch, and that will miss away. Breaking ball, ball 2 for Ryan Taman, who's had some production today. He's had an RBI double and a sacrifice fly. First pitch, I should say the third pitch, pardon me. And that will miss low, ball 3 for Ryan.
And the beauty of the Foresters is when they strike quick and often. One crooked number could really change the trajectory of this game, even in the 7th.
3-0 pitch, and that will be ball 4. It's a 4-pitch leadoff walk to Ryan Taman with OC Riptide leading 8-3, entering this bottom of the 7th inning. That's going to bring around the top of the order, Caden Peterson.
For the OC Riptide coaching staff, it's frustrating. You don't want to walk guys when you're down by 5. That's how rallies start. It's almost like at this point of the game, a solo shot hurts you less than a walk.
Here's Peterson, first pitch. That one's in there on a breaking ball, nothing in 1.
Top of the order now for the Foresters. Great job by Taman, turning it around.
Second pitch, and Peterson sees one in. 1-1 for Caden this afternoon. He struck out looking in the first, a single in the third, and walked in the 4th. Top spot of the order this afternoon. 1-1, no outs, man at first. Here's the pitch. And Peterson will take a strike at 75, 1-2.
That's another slider, and for a lot of these top D1 guys, might be a little slower than they normally see. 75, a ton of movement. It's been his best pitch.
The 1-2, and Peterson reaches for it, nearly the foul tip back into Wilkinson's glove. But Peterson is able to dodge a bullet, stays live 1-2.
Peterson looking to fight here. Keep stringing together hits.
Comes a 1-2 pitch, man at first. And Peterson takes it over the head. It was a great grab from Wilkinson, but able to advance to second base was Taman. Wilkinson was nearly able to corral that baseball over the head of Peterson, but Taman now in scoring position.
That's a big 90 feet, Hunter. And now, Caden Peterson has an RBI opportunity.
Sebring is on deck. No outs, 2-2 pitch. Peterson reaches for it. It's over to short ground ball. Here's Hackworth, charges, and the throw wasn't in time. It gets past the first baseman and out of play. And now to second base goes Caden Peterson, and the makings for the Stars here in the bottom of the 7th.
As good as a double for Caden Peterson, and up comes Jonas Sebring, the RBI man, and he has been so good with runners in scoring position. Currently, Hunter leading the team in RBIs.
Ryan,
has another chance here.
Absolutely. Ryan Taman will come in to score with that double for Peterson, that ball going out of play. Now the coaching staff appears, you would imagine this is it for Colton Dahl. And we have a new arm coming in. The score now 8-4, a 4-run deficit for the Stars, but they now have a man at second. Pitch and change. We'll be right back.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Reliever entering the ball game for the OC Riptide. Nathan Hugh, the southpaw, will enter the ball game, inheriting a runner at second. It's Caden Peterson, but here is Jonas Sebring with no outs. It is a 4-run ball game. OC Riptide lead 8-4. Already a run in. Taman scores. First pitch, Sebring sees it well high. Ball 1.
Good take from Jonas Sebring. Ryan Taman ended up scoring on that ball that went into the dugout. So 8-4 Sturs and no outs.
Comes the 1-0 pitch to Jonah. And Sebring pops it up. Shallow left field, looking to get there is Reese, the left fielder, and makes the squeeze. No, he dropped it. It was in his glove and ends up falling on the impact down on the turf in the left field. Ace Reese can't make the catch. Sebring aboard at first.
Just a little bit of a flare single from Jonas Sebring. He'll take it, and TJ Pompey Sturs down 8-4. The part of the lineup you want up, your run producers. And TJ looking for a hit. Been pretty quiet so far today.
The first 3 batters all reaching base here in the bottom of the 7th, trailed by 4. First pitch, and a breaking ball. This is low, ball 1. And for TJ today, he struck out twice and a pop-up to second base. Play back at second, sliding in head first is Peterson safely. Remains 1-0 for TJ.
If you're Caden Peterson and the Forsters, no picks is being echoed throughout that dugout. Have to continue to go station to station to really put a dent in that deficit.
1-0 pitch. Pompey, fastball high at 87, ball 2. OC Riptide picked up an early lead, 5 runs in the first, and the Sturs now threatening with no outs in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the next pitch, and a rip and a miss, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike for TJ.
Good hack there and a hitter's count from TJ. Still ahead.
2-1 pitch, and Pompey swing and a miss. 2-2. Nolan Souza will be on deck.
A lot more swing and miss in TJ Pompey today than we normally see. But changing that mentality with a 2-strike hit would be massive.
Two aboard, 2-2 pitch. TJ swing and a miss. He is down on strikes, one away in the bottom of the
Now
seventh.
batting for your Foresters, number 3, the second baseman, Nolan.
Now it's going to be Nolan Souza. And he's the sort of player where continues to see these left-on-left matchups. It seems like he hasn't had a favorable at-bat all season long. Sees a ton of off-speed, not going to get any fastballs over the middle, but the sort of player you want up in this type of moment.
First pitch, Nolan. And it misses high, and Wilkinson springs his way up, snares that ball 1-0. Nolan today, a strikeout in the second. A run scored with a double in the fourth. That was nearly the inside the park home run. Sent back to second and ground out to second base. It's a 4-run game. Sturs trail, 1-0 pitch. Souza takes a strike.
Patience is the best word to describe Nolan Souza's approach every time he's in the box. Never in a hurry.
Here's the 1-1. And Nolan is a breaking ball away, 2-1. At second, Caden Peterson, Jonas Sebring. A flare single into left at first. One away. Here's a 2-1. And Nolan Souza will take a strike at 87, even up the count.
Souza 2-1 looking for one pitch to hit. That wasn't it. Scraping the outer half. Another Forster hitter down with 2 strikes.
Patterson on deck. Here's the 2-2. Souza on the breaking ball, stays alive, lifts it over the stands, actually the giant fencing just to our left. He will do it again. Nathan Hugh, who enters in the middle of this inning for Colton Dahl. And Dahl, after that first inning in the fourth, where he gave up 2 runs, settled in very nicely.
Hugh brings a similar look to what Spencer did to start the game. Hitter.
The 2-2 pitch, runners go. And it will be a full count, 2 now in scoring position.
Talk about a pitch to run on, a curveball in the dirt. Both players probably could have got their stand in. But what I was getting at in the prior pitch was a similar look that Spencer brought as Hugh does. And that was a pitch that the Forsters couldn't really barrel up, looking to change the past right here.
Here's the payoff pitch, and that one's down low. Bases will be loaded. Nolan Souza, the 1-out walk. And this is going to bring the tying run to the plate.
And the tying run, and Daniel Patterson, who was our player of the game yesterday, has been swinging a hot bat. And I'm sure every single player in that Forsters dugout has the utmost confidence that he's going to come through right now.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Tying run at the plate, bottom of the 7th. Patterson sees a ball in, 1-0.
With the bases loaded and 1 outs, Daniel Patterson needing Hugh to come into him. Don't expand the strike zone if you don't have to.
1-0 pitch. Patterson chops it foul, actually into the third base dugout. No collateral damage in the form of OC Riptide players. It's 1-1. Peterson at third, Sebring second, Souza at first, 1 away. Tying run at the plate. Ryan Taman has already scored a run in this inning. Here's the 1-1. Patterson swing and a miss, strike 2.
If you're Daniel Patterson, you always say it when there's a runner on third, less than 2 outs, especially with the bases loaded. Production is needed, putting a ball in play.
Nathan Hugh, the southpaw. 1-2 pitch. Patterson on a breaking ball. He stays alive. It's popped up. Actually, maybe a play in foul ground, but that ball will hit the fence. Catcher Wilkinson flies over to the on-deck circle on the first base side. No play at it. 1-2.
Very fortunate there from Daniel Patterson. Getting jammed and just flipping one over there by the dugout, hitting the netting right above the fence. Gets another chance, needing to take advantage.
Tying run at the plate. Will Rogers waits on deck with 1 away. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball and fouled off again by Patty. Good protection. Remains 1-2.
A phenomenal fight from Daniel Patterson. A hit ignites a massive rally for the Sturs.
So 1-2. Here's the pitch. And Patterson sees one down and in. 2-2.
Patty, need to stay focused.
Bases loaded. 2-2 pitch. Patterson sees ball 3 in full count. Nowhere to put Daniel. A ball. 5th run of the day, and it'll be a 3-run ball game. A strike. 2 gone. Reigniting the crowd here at Santa Barbara High School. Massive payoff pitch. Patterson will swing and a miss. And a play at the plate, trying to get Peterson at the plate. They do. Peterson thrown out at home after Patterson strikes out. The ball got away from the catcher Wilkinson, and that will be actually a double play to end the inning with the bases loaded. Daniel Patterson strikes out. That ball spiked. Wilkinson is able to corral it behind the backstop. Peterson tries to score from third, and he is tagged out. Sturs come up empty. Go to the 8th. 8-4. OC on top.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Forrester's Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Forresters.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We head to the 8th. Top of the order coming up for the Riptide, and Shea Went remains in the ball game. First pitch to Diaz, and a swing and a miss for strike 1. But in that last inning, Aiden, bases loaded, only a single out. Patterson strikes out. Can't advance the first with the bases loaded, only a single out. Peterson tries to steal home. The 0-1 pitch in there for strike 2 to Diaz. No runs besides the Taman, who initially came in to score.
Yeah, it was very peculiar, to say the least. A swing and a miss for Daniel Patterson, and then Peterson trying to score, a barehanded play by the catcher diving in.
And the 0-2 pitch, foul tip back into the glove of Ryan Taman, and Michael Diaz, he will strike out. That's the 4th K of the day. Shea Went.
Number 3, the shortstop, Patrick Hackworth.
What Shea Went has done today is so valuable, especially knowing that tomorrow you play this same team.
Yep.
Under the lights, 7 p.m., and the Riptide now don't get a look at all of your best arms. Went eating innings late. They needed this sort of effort, and he's kept the Sturs within striking distance.
First pitch to Hackworth, and it's a good one for a strike from Shea Went. You look to tomorrow's game. These teams only play 3 times, including today, so only 2 more matchups. Of course, one tomorrow and then one in the middle of July. The 0-1 pitch, and Hackworth fouls it back to the left of home plate. Strike 2. It'll be definitely interesting to see tomorrow's matchup. Regardless of how this one ends, it's been a good one. Tomorrow will be likely another quality ball game.
And these are 2 teams that are very well balanced. Similar strengths, similar weaknesses, and they're going to continue to duke it out.
The 0-2 pitch, fouled off to the left of home plate. We will do it again for Patrick Hackworth. Man getting on base. He's 3 for 3 with a walk, and he has scored 2 runs. It's been a phenomenal performance from the shortstop offensively this afternoon. He's down the count. Top of the 8th, his team on top by 4. Base is clear. The 0-2 pitch. And Hackworth ropes one foul down first base. Do it again.
Hackworth keeps on rolling offensively, and attributed to that success has been these long at-bats, wearing down the Foresters' arms and attacking those mistakes.
The 0-2 pitch. Hackworth sees it away. 1-2. In the bottom half of this inning, it's going to be Will Rogers, Markle, and Bollinger due up. Trailing by 4 are the Foresters. One away in the 1-2 pitch, and Hackworth sends it foul again down that right field line into the bullpen. Extra arms are for the Sturs. So, ball and 2 strikes.
Good location there from Shea Went. Looked like the changeup on the inside corner. 1-2 count now. That slurve has been very good. Let's see if he goes back to it.
1-2 pitch, and this one's grounded over to short. Pompey fields it, and the throw keeps Patterson on the bag. 2 up, 2 down for Shea Went and the Sturs. Top half of the 8th.
TJ Pompey so smooth over there at shortstop, and the throw a little high to Daniel Patterson, but the footwork and accuracy impeccable from number 5.
Silky from TJ. It's going to bring up Jake Brown. 2 gone, bases clear. Top of the 8th. Here's the first pitch, and Brown see a ball away. 1-0 with OC on top 8-4 over the Sturs. Top half this 8th inning. With the matchup tomorrow, first true night game for the Sturs. The 1-0 pitch, and Brown will take fastball away, ball 2. That'll be a different dynamic, too, for the Sturs. They've been getting in the rhythm, playing a little more in the day games. No game later than 4:30 so far this season. Here's the 2-0, and Brown sees it away.
And the night game, too, Hunter, always brings out a lot of personality in a team. Very exciting, and a chance to play in Orange County.
2 gone. Here's a 3-0 pitch, and Brown will see ball 4. Fastball missing low from Shea Went. It's a 2-out walk for Jake Brown. Second time he will reach
Now
base.
batting for the Riptide, number 1, left fielder Ace Reese.
Here is Ace Reese. He's gone on board in a couple different fashions here this afternoon. Scored 2 runs. He worked a walk in the first. That's when the Riptide put up 5 runs. He had a 2 RBI single in the 4th, also scored run. Then reached on the E9 in the 6th, was ended up being stranded at second. Here's the first pitch to Reese. And it's in. Great key from Taman. Ball 1.
Great stop from Ryan Taman. Keeping the ball in front. And you can still feel the confidence, even though Shea Went lost the last guy. He looked amazing.
And a check over to him. And Patterson at first base did not start there. Johnny Rodriguez was over there. An attempted stolen base, actually advancing on an errant throw. He slid into second. Had an awkward landing, was removed from the ball game. The 1-0 pitch, missing low, back pick, and scampering back is Brown. But we do hope with Johnny, that left-hand first baseman, he's got a good bat. Hopefully it's not serious.
Yeah, speaking of a good bat, he's been amazing to start this season, and not a guy you want to lose. Would assume that a guy like Jack Holman probably gets to start tomorrow at first base to just give Johnny a day and see the severity of the injury.
Here's the 2-0 pitch, and Reese will see ball 3. Now Taman a trot out to the hill. 2 quick outs for Shea in this inning. Give up the walk to Brown, and now Ace Reese ahead 3-0.
And Taman's just going out there after seeing 3 straight balls, just calming the nerves a little bit, and knowing how good Went's been, won't take a lot to get back to that high level of output.
Brendan Wilkinson awaits on deck for OC. The Riptide currently 6-5, and they lead 8-4, top of the 8th. Sturs will have 6 outs to play with. The 3-0 pitch, and that will miss low. Consecutive walks now from Shea Went. And we do have arms up in the bullpen tossing. Looks like Max Frazier, the left-handed pitcher, tossing. Maybe also Jake Fields. Those were the 2 other guys that were listed as hot by pitching coach Ryan Kramer. And here he comes out of the first base dugout. Likely one of those 2 guys Coach Kramer would go to next.
And you see the lefty Rocco Gump on deck. I would assume this is strategy to not only allow them to warm up for longer, but basically Kramer's letting Wen know that this is your last batter. If you don't get this guy, they're going to go to Frazier so they could get the left-on-left matchup for potentially the final out of the inning.
For Brendan Wilkinson, who will be the batter here for Shea, reached base once. He was the 5th of the 6 batters that reached base consecutively to open up the ball game for OC. And he scored the 5th and final run in that opening inning with that walk. He's since then grounded out to third base, struck out swinging, and a fly out to center for the catcher Wilkinson. But he's got 2 aboard, Jake Brown at second, and Reese now at first. Man who plays for CSUN, Cal State Northridge, down the northern half of Los Angeles in the Big West. Big West Conference had a good showing this past season in baseball. The first pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Big West baseball very prominent here in Santa Barbara as well. UCSB always at the top of the standings, and heartbreaking loss this year, but very great program.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Wilkinson takes a ball. Stamen slides over to his right. Good keep from Ryan. 1-1. And for the team, no batting practice here today. Shown and going for the Riptide. They have put up 8 runs and lead by 4. 2 gone. 1-1 pitch. And that one spiked in the dirt, gets past Taman. Runners advance in the scoring position. Now no room for error with a base hit. Even though 2 outs, it's 2-1.
And this feels like, for the OC Riptide, a base hit would really put this game away. And the Foresters need 1 final out to just give themselves a chance in the bottom of the 8th and the bottom of the 9th.
2 now in scoring position. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Wilkinson sees a breaking ball, missing. Ball 3. Three balls and a strike. On deck is Rocco Gump. And they're just going to put him on.
And now I would assume that they go to the lefty in the bullpen, and that's exactly what manager Petard's doing.
We're going to have a pitching change in the top of the 8th. Bases will be loaded with 2 gone. New arm coming in, Max Frazier for the Sturs.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the bookstore. Hi, this is Foresters Hall of Fame member Jim Buckley. When I'm not telling you who's batting for the Sturs, I write books for kids. Visit Chaucer's Books on Upper State Street and ask for my new graphic novel biography of Amelia Earhart or any of the great books I've written in the Who Was biography series. Titles include Muhammad Ali, the Wright Brothers, Blackbeard the Pirate, Roberto Clemente, and many more. Thanks for your support of reading for kids and the Foresters.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Foresters home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Max Frazier, the southpaw, enters for the Foresters. He will inherit the bases loaded, 2 gone. It's going to be a lefty-lefty matchup, him against Rocco Gump.
Yeah, smart decision from manager Pinsard, wanting the lefty-lefty advantage and a dangerous hitter coming up in Rocco Gump. The Foresters, we talked about it before the break, needed an out to just stay in this ball game.
It's currently 8-4. Road team on top. First pitch to Gump. It will miss low. Ball 1 today. Rocco is 2 for 3. Has driven in 2 runs. He has also worked a walk.
Frazier with a 3.68. 7 1/3 innings pitched.
1-0 pitch, and it will miss low for ball 2. The delivery from Max Frazier recently in out of the bullpen. At third, Jake Brown. Ace Reese at second. Wilkinson at first. Needing a strike. 2-0 pitch. Gump, swing and a miss. 2-1.
That natural rise to Frazier's fastball, blowing it by Rocco Gump.
It's 2-1. Top of the 8th. 2 gone. The pitch, and Gump will see ball 3 down low. Nowhere to put him. 8-4. An extra run comes in, becomes a lot different for the Sturs. Be playing with 6 outs in the bottom of the 8th and the 9th.
Now forced to attack down 3-1.
Here's the pitch. Gump takes a strike. Well done from Frazier.
That's exactly where that should have been. Also, great job by Frazier knowing he has to come in, but still located on the outside corner.
Full count, nowhere to put him with 2 out. Payoff pitch to Gump, and he takes strike 3. He thought he had first base, and Max Frazier, what an effort entering this ball game with the bases loaded, and strikes out Rocco Gump to take us to the bottom of the 8th. OC Riptide on top, 8-4 over the Sturs. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara Airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara Airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
And the bottom of the 8th, we will have a pitching change. Matthew Chavone, the right-hander, will now enter for OC Riptide. He's going to face Rogers. Marco Bollinger due up, and the OC Riptide on top by 4.
Last couple of efforts from the Forsters, down by 4. You feel like if you could get 1 or 2 this inning, you have a fighting chance in the bottom of the 9th.
First pitch to Will, and Rogers fouls it back. We're strike number 1. And let's not forget what the Sturs did late against the Oaks. Not too long ago, just 2 days ago, they ended up losing that game 2-4, but they were trailing by 4 entering the 9th. They had the tying run on first and the winning run at the dish. The Sturs can for sure push late. The leadoff man down the count, the 0-1, and Rogers skies it shallow right center field. Second baseman going back, called off by the center fielder, Diaz, who makes the squeeze 1 away.
Now batting for the Forsters.
Frustrating there from Will Rogers. He seeds a hanging breaking ball and just misses it, flying out to center field. And the pitcher on the mound, Chavone, 24 ERA at Utah Valley, struggled a lot in 2024, but went to Servite High School, so back in the area for the summer and knowing that you can really work on your skills, and that's what these couple of months are all about.
First pitch to Drew Markle. Sees a breaking ball away, ball 1. Today for Drew, 0 for 2 at ground out to third. He did work a walk in the 4th, struck out in the 6th. Matthew Chavone, his the fourth reliever. And this one will hit Drew on the side. Markle will reach base. He is hit by a pitch, and that hit by a pitch is brought to you by Alta Orthopedic.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
And check that Chavone, the 3rd reliever, the 4th pitcher to be used today. But Markle now at first. That's going to bring up Bollinger. Sturs trail by 4, needing some runs. First pitch, that one is down the middle, strike 1.
Great job by Marco getting on base, got hit with that breaking ball right in between the numbers. Now it's station to station, as we talked about earlier.
The 0-1 pitch to Bollinger, and Jack sees it away, 1-1 for Jack. 3rd time standing in this afternoon. Had a walk in the 4th, actually drove in a run. Struck out looking in the 6th. Matthew Chavone put a man on first, 1 away. 1-1 pitch. And Bollinger flares it, and the shortstop goes back, makes the catch, and no chance to double him up after he had to make a sprawling catch. Good play from the shortstop, Patrick Hackworth, to retire Bollinger.
We talked about how good Hackworth has been at the dish, but a leaping grab there at shortstop. Phenomenal play. It was cute. It looked like it had some English on it and could fall in. Would have been a big hit for the Sturs, but great play.
Here's the 9-hole hitter, Ryan Taman. He's done very, very good today offensively. Man first, 2 gone. Here's the pitch, and Ryan check back to first base to Drew Markle. He slides in, but Ryan takes a ball for Taman. RBI double in the 3rd, sac fly in the 4th, a walk to lead off the 7th, and scored a run. Scored the last run that the Sturs have scored. 1-0 pitch from Chavone, and a breaking ball low, 2-0.
Great take from Ryan Taman, seeing that curveball down. Got to be thinking if you're the Foresters, one big swing from me right back into the game.
And the top of the order on deck as well. It's 2-0. Man first, 2 gone. Here's the pitch, and missing high. Ball 3 for Ryan Taman.
This will be an auto take sign, you would guess, for Ryan Taman.
Jack back to first base. Markle scampers his way back. Remains 3-0. Peterson stands on deck. Top of the order for Santa Barbara. 2 out. Man at first. Sturs trail by 4. Here's a 3-0 pitch to Ryan Taman. Ryan will take a strike. 3-1.
And as expected, taking all the way. But Taman with that extra base hit early in the game. One more would do just right.
3-1 pitch, and that is ball 4 down low. Ryan Taman, heck of a day from him. Production in all 4 of his plate appearances. He will walk a big 2-out walk, and that's going to move around the top of the order. Caden Peterson.
And if you're the Foresters, you're kind of kicking yourself looking back at these sort of opportunities that have piled up. You look at the Patterson with bases loaded and early on in the game setting the table. Needing one hit to kind of crack that curse and get back on track.
Caden's got 2 knocks today. First pitch. Takes a strike at 83. You have to imagine if the Sturs, they're able to get a run, 2, a couple here in this inning, makes the 9th a whole lot manageable. They trail 4-8 to OC Riptide. 2 aboard, the 0-1 pitch. Some chin music, back pick possibilities. Sliding in is the man at first, Taman.
And that's one that Peterson won't be too fond of. Up and inside, a hitter never likes getting brushed back and could take that anger out on the ball hunter.
Sturs trail by 4, pardon me. 2 aboard. 1-1 pitch, and this ball is foul back just the right of home plate, strike 2. With 2 gone, Pearson now looking to protect the plate. 2 for 3 today with a walk.
Great battle and a really nice fight from Caden Peterson.
1-2 pitch. Peterson pops up, stays alive, goes out just to the right of home plate. Well, Peterson is obviously down the count, ball and 2 strikes, but somehow he's able to reach. Jonah is on deck, and that would represent Peterson did reach the tying run at the plate. Peterson just trying to put something in play. With 2 gone, Sturs trail by 4. The 1-2 pitch, good take down low, 2-2.
This is a heck of a fight from Caden Peterson. You might see these Forster hitters start to see the ball a little better. Shadow's now gone. Ball staying at one consistent light color, and big pitch coming up here to Peterson.
2-2. Peterson sees ball 3 away. This is going to be a massive pitch coming up here from Chavon. Entered this inning. Base is now loaded.
No, absolutely, Hunter. But not only a big pitch, an action pitch. Both runners will be on the move. Full count, 2 outs.
Two gone, 2 aboard. 3-2 pitch. Peterson on a breaking ball into center field. Going back there is Diaz in front of the track. Will stay in the yard. Makes the squeeze. Caden Peterson gave it a crack into center field. But the Sturs come up empty in the 8th. We're going to the 9th. OC Riptide still on top by 4 over Santa Barbara.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We go to the 9th from Santa Barbara High School. Bottom of the order coming up, Johnson, Cadena, Flaherty, and Max Frazier, who came in with the bases loaded, 2 gone, struck out the man he needed to retire in the 8th, back on the hill.
It has been the game of missed chances for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Last inning, once again, setting the table. And Caden Peterson got good wood on it, but flied out to center. Now if you're just Frazier, you're just trying to limit the damage. Give your Sturs a chance getting back in the dugout.
Put up a 0. Job for Frazier. The first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. When you look at the bottom of the order today for OC Riptide, 12 plate appearances. They've gone 0 for 11 with 1 walk, and they've struck out 8 times. The 0-1 missing high to even up the count.
The damage has come from strictly the top. There's a reason they're batting 2, 3, and 4. The power hitters of this OC Riptide team have shined.
The 1-1 swing and a miss at 85 was the delivery from Frazier. He's ahead 1-2. One of the few southpaws on the staff for the Sturs this season. Tyzer Rodnick, we saw earlier today, was the second reliever. Now 1-2 pitch, and Johnson lines it into left. Jack Bollinger is out there, doesn't have to move his feet, makes the squeeze. 1 away in the top of the 9th.
Now batting for the Riptide, number 14, first baseman Nathan Cadena.
Here comes Nathan Cadena.
Great play there from Jack Bollinger, ranging in. Talked about earlier how much ground all these guys cover and made that one look easy. Frazier starting to settle in.
Here's Cadena. He struggled today, a rip and miss on the first pitch. Cadena, he struck out 4 times this afternoon.
The good old golden sombrero.
The 0-1 pitch, and Cadena will take strike 2 quickly down the count, 0-2 against Max Frazier.
That 5th one wouldn't be a happy bus ride home, to say the least.
Max winds up, the 0-2 pitch, and this one is chopped back to the mound, and there's Frazier who handles it, and Cadena ground out 1-3 for his 5th AB, 2 gone in the 9th.
Number 2, the DH, Matthew
Another great
Flaherty.
PFP there from Max Frazier, running him all the way to first base and then a flip in the end. Clean inning, and I just look back to the first Hunter and I think, what if a crooked number didn't occur? Since then, the Foresters have played a very good game.
Yes, just the 5 runs in the first for the Riptide. But here is Flaherty. Fouls off the first pitch. Strike 1 with 2 gone, bases clear. OC Riptide on top 8-4. The Sturs in the bottom half of this inning, they're going to have Sebring, Pompey, and Souza scheduled. 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Likely trailing by 4. Here's the 0-1. Flaherty takes strike 2.
Beautiful curveball. Flipping it over. You can hear the cheers in the crowd. Frazier's 1 strike away from getting out of it.
Here's the 0-2 pitch, popped up, stay in the infield. Second baseman moves in, actually shortstop. There's TJ, makes the squeeze just to the right side of the hill. And a 1-2-3 inning for Max Frazier, and he has done phenomenal sitting down the 4 batters he is needed to. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Sturs trail by 4. Sebring, Pompey, Souza next.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Going to the bottom of the ninth, the Foresters trail by 4, and we have a new pitcher out on the hill, the right-hander Tommy McGuire.
Big ol' right-hander on the bump. 6'5", 235 out of Cypress College. Looking at the numbers, 3.99 over there with a 1-2-3 whip, 45 strikeouts. And the Foresters will look to mount something that they previously have not been able to do.
Here's the first pitch to Jonah, and Sebring, first pitch, takes a strike at 83, 0-1. And if the Foresters want to have a crack at it, having these 3 up, the ones you want. Trailing by 4, 8-4 OC on top, bottom of 9. 0-1 pitch, and Jonah pops it back behind home plate. That is strike 2.
One of the rare quiet days from Jonah Sebring, and everybody has that naturally at one point, but a hit here would just continue that hot streak and let him know that he still got it.
Fly out to left, a strikeout, ground into a fielder's choice, and a single in the 7th. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Sebring lines this one in to left. That is a lead-off base hit for Jonah Sebring. Step 1, check, get a man on base.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about as far as stay hot Jonah Sebring. We continue to say it on every broadcast. Sees a little bit of a hanging curveball. What a job to just stay on that back foot, keeping the power intact and unloading to left field. Hand it over now to TJ Pompey. Keep the line moving.
Here's TJ. And at first, Tommy McGuire giving up the leadoff base hit to Jonah. Here's the first pitch, and this ball is chopped over too short. Hackworth fields it. There's one at second base. Will it be 2? It will. The 6-4-3 double play, 2 gone, and the Sturs down to their final out.
Exactly what you do not need if you're the Santa Barbara Foresters, a 6-4-3 double play. And that's a hitter you trust in TJ Pompey every day of the week, but just caught one off the jam part of the bat and rolled over to short. 1 out away, and Nolan Souza looking to just elongate this game.
Souza is able to reach. Jack Holman now on deck to hit for Patterson. But first things first for Souza. Sturs down to their final out, trail by 4. First pitch at 89 away, ball 1.
A lot of two-seam run on that fastball from Tommy McGuire. Missing outside and difficult to catch.
2 gone. 1-0 pitch, and Nolan sees it down and in, ball 2.
And regardless of the result tonight, Hunter, one thing that manager Pittard can take away is this Foresters team is very good, and if you take away that first inning, they are in the lead at this point in the ball game. A lot of positives, regardless of the result.
Comes a 2-0 pitch, and Souza will see ball 3 high, missing at 89. The fastball from McGuire, ball 3. These two teams will do it all over again tomorrow night in Orange County. 7 o'clock scheduled first pitch. Homestand's coming to a close for the Sturs. 2 gone, 3-0 pitch, and Souza takes a strike, 3-1.
Taking all the way once again. 3 balls and no strikes. Souza, great hitter, and a great count.
Down to their final out. Down to 2 strikes for the Sturs, 3-1. And that will be ball 4 for Nolan Souza, and he will reach base for the 3rd time today, his 2nd walk. And that's going to bring up the pinch hitter, Jack Holman, hit for Daniel Patterson.
Jack Holman, big-time power hitter, gets a chance here.
Now batting for your Forsters, number
This could also be
18,
manager
Jack
Pintard knowing that
Holman.
Holman's going to be in there tomorrow at first base, getting him an at-bat before the game concludes just to stay loose, stay fresh, and also, you never know with 2 outs.
You never know, and that's what happened in the game against the Oaks. The Sturs had 2 outs, then had 4 consecutive base runners. They got within 2 runs, had the tying run on first, winning run at the plate, came up short, game earlier in the week. But here's Holman, first pitch, away at 88, ball 1. Let's not forget Holman yesterday in his 1 hit, 2-run homer.
A lot of pop in that bat. Prototypical power hitting first baseman.
1 aboard, 1-0 pitch, and Holman will see ball 2 at 90.
Uptick in velo, but still missing high. And Holman in this sort of count can really unload on a fastball.
Sturs down by 4 and down their final out. 2-0 pitch, runner goes, ball 3 missing away. Into second base goes Nolan Souza. He's in scoring position. But yet again, Holman, just like the man before him, Souza, he's ahead 3-0.
Will be interesting to see if he does get the green light, and obviously down by 4, but knowing how good of a hitter he is, might decide to trust it.
3-0 pitch, and Holman will see ball 4, and that's going to put 2 aboard. That's going to bring up Will Rogers.
And it seemed that they didn't want a piece of Jack Holman.
Right.
Didn't get 1 pitch to hit. They're going to take their chances against Will Rogers, but before that, a meeting for the Riptide.
For Will Rogers today, ground out to 3rd. He was hit and a run scored in that occasion in the 4th. Ground out to 2nd, fly out to center. The name of the game for Rogers, he was able to reach, bring the tying run to the plate. Be Drew Markle awaiting on deck. Conference completed on the hill for Tommy McGuire. Gave up the leadoff single, but Pompey grounded into the double play to record the first 2 outs of the inning. The Riptide just need that last out to secure an 8-4 victory.
One thing to follow, Hunter, we've seen Will Rogers come in big moments on the mound and close out victories. Now he gets a chance in a big moment in the batter's box.
Very good point. Will stands in. Souza at 2nd. Holman at 1st. Both working walks against McGuire. First pitch. Missing high. Like it might have lit up the strike zone. Ball 1.
Looks like if Will reaches, we'll see Jesse DiMaggio, one of the youngest players on this team, get a chance in the 9th.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Rogers, it's down low. Runners will hold. Got away from Wilkinson, but it's now ball 2. And Will now ahead in this count. Things getting interesting. You think McGuire, too, got the last 2 walks. Not making his job any easier now.
And what makes it a lot worse if you're the OC Riptide is free passes allow rallies. When you're attacking the strike zone, you can live with those extra base hits up 4, but there's no excuse for walks.
Now a pinch runner coming in for Bill Pintard. Addison Klepsch now to run at 1st for Jack Holman. So now a runner in. 2 gone. 4-run deficit for the Sturs. The 2-0 pitch. Missing in ball 3. That's the 3rd consecutive batter for Tommy McGuire, falling behind 3-0.
And it's a free rally. That's the best way to put it for the Forsters. The tying run waiting on deck.
3-0 pitch. Rogers sees ball 4, and that's going to bring the tying run to the plate. Bases loaded, 2 gone.
Number 24, Jesse
And it's going to be the Santa Barbara kid, high school at Dos Pueblos. Biggest moment in the game. Pinch hitting. Talked about it as one of the youngest players on this Foresters team. What a moment.
So here's DiMaggio. against Tommy McGuire, and now there is action in the bullpen. No one was up, but Tommy McGuire induced a ground ball that resulted in a double play, but has walked 3 consecutive batters. Enter Jesse DiMaggio. Tying run at the plate. 2 gone, bottom of the 9th. First pitch, down the middle, strike 1.
And when you see that many consecutive balls in a row, it's the auto take sign for Jesse DiMaggio. You don't want to expand the strike zone. And that time around, McGuire fills it up on the first pitch.
Tying run at the plate. The 0-1 pitch. DiMaggio chops it. It goes foul, and the Sturs down to their final strike in the bottom of the 9th. With 2 gone, they've walked the bases full. Jesse DiMaggio pinch hitting for Markle. Down 0-2.
2-strike hitting wins championships, and that's what manager Pintard always hits on. DiMaggio, a chance to do exactly that right here.
Tying run at the plate. Sturs down to their final strike. 0-2 pitch from McGuire, and that will hit Jesse. No, it did not. DiMaggio thought he had first base. It went off the catcher, Wilkinson. And now Bill Pintard appears out of the first base dugout.
And this is going to be a moment where you might see manager Pintard get rung. It hit him on the elbow guard, and he's saying that he leaned in.
Yeah, Bill Pintard.
Very confused on this, Hunter, because one thing, is it a ball and he leaned in, does not get the free pass, or in a lot of situations with that, it's leaning into the strike zone.
Right.
So that ruling to me is very confusing, because think about it like this. If he's not leaning in into the strike zone, then in theory, it's a ball anyway, which means he didn't lean in.
Right. Yep. Bill Pintard, very vocal on his opinion on that call. But it remains 1-2 for DiMaggio. Tying run at the plate. The pitch. DiMaggio fouls it off, stays alive.
Great fight from Jesse DiMaggio. And you can feel the tension starting to increase. And sometimes that benefits the Foresters. If you can come through with a big hit, the energy's going and the line continues to go.
Tying run at the plate, 2 gone. Bottom of the 9th. 1-2 pitch. DiMaggio reaches for it. He pops it up. Foul ground. Is there a play for it? The catcher runs out of real estate. DiMaggio fights it off. Stays alive.
Jesse DiMaggio, gritty, continuing to fight, and McGuire's going to have a conversation, knowing that that one might have slipped away. DiMaggio saw one over the middle, just missed it.
The bases were walked full by the Sturs. Action in the bullpen. DiMaggio pinch hitting for Markle. 2 gone. Ball and 2 strikes.
Round of applause starting to build. Chance for Jesse.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. DiMaggio stays alive again.
And the longer this at-bat goes, Hunter, the more excited everyone becomes.
It remains a ball and 2 strikes. Approaching 8 o'clock local time. Sun completely dissipated. Shadows all encompassing the playing surface. Tying run at the plate for the Sturs. Down by 4. Down on their final strike. 1-2 pitch. DiMaggio sees ball 2 down.
This is an amazing fight from Jesse DiMaggio, and it feels that he's in complete control. Seeing every pitch all the way into the strike zone, being able to hold off, and you can feel the confidence building, the momentum building. This building getting louder by the second.
2-2. Comes the 2-2 pitch from Tommy McGuire. DiMaggio fouls it back, stays alive again.
And I always tell you, Hunter, when you foul it straight back, it means you're right on it. Jesse DiMaggio, this is one of the best at-bats he's had all season.
At third, Souza. Klepsch pinch running for Holman at second. Will Rogers at first. With the game straight ahead of Tommy McGuire and Jesse DiMaggio. It's 2-2. 2 gone. The pitch. DiMaggio foul tips it back into the glove, and he strikes out. That is our ball game. The Sturs drop it. OC Riptide win it 8-4. What a game down to the wire.
What a game, and I think the best way to put it is frustration for the Foresters. Not only was it missed opportunities, but I look at even that last moment with Jesse DiMaggio, saying he leans into it when that's a rally builder in itself. You get Jesse on base, and now the winning run is in the box. It's frustrating, but we always talk about it when we're on the call together. The way the CCL schedule is constructed is 4 bounce-back victories. It's to come out tomorrow night and be ready to go against the same opponent.
And just like a few nights ago, the Sturs were trailing by 4 runs entering the 9th inning. They had the bases loaded, and the tying run was at the dish. Comes up short, unable to play any runs, but still, there's no never say die mentality in that dugout.
And if you continue to set the table in those sort of moments in the 9th inning, eventually the offense is going to crack. It's a recipe for success. Never say die. I love that 3 words saying that really embodies what this team is about. Moving forward, if you're facing the OC Riptide tomorrow, how can you improve? It's about eliminating those big crooked number innings. Usually whatever team ends up having an offensive outburst in just 3 outs of play ends up getting the job done, and tonight it was the OC Riptide.
These 2 teams will face off down in Orange County, and first pitch scheduled for 7 p.m. We will be there covering the action. So once again, final score 8-4. OC Riptide takes the cake. For all the crew behind the scenes and for Aiden O'Neill, I am Hunter Shoemake saying so long from Santa Barbara. I'll see you tomorrow night in Orange County.